Available online at 5hourenergy.com or Amazon.
Don't miss the latest episode of the Blue Review with me, Greg Bergman, and Marcus Grant, talking all things Dodger baseball. Be part of the ESPNLA Blue Crew, 6:30 a.m. on the ESPNLA YouTube channel.
Do you have trouble getting in and out of the bathtub? Are you afraid you'll slip and fall entering or exiting a tub? Safe Step walk-in tubs can transform your bathtub from an area of concern to a calming refuge. Call them today at 1-800-731-4558 and save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs and showers are proudly made in Tennessee and offer an ultra-low step-in, avoiding that difficult climb over a traditional bathtub wall. They also offer a variety of therapeutic benefits that may help soothe your aching muscles and joints, increasing your mobility, boosting your energy, and improving your sleep. Safe Step walk-in tubs are designed to easily fit your existing tub space and are often installed in as little as one day. Just dial 1-800-731-4558 today to save $1,600 and receive a free shower package. That's 1-800-731-4558 for a free no-obligation consultation and to save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs. Safety never felt so good.
Here we go, Rams Super Bowl champion DeMarco Farr, Sweet Tea, Travis Rogers. A special edition of the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show right now. For your Thursday, July 23rd, the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show with Trudell today, live from the city of Santa Monica. For today's summer event, State of the City 2026, from realignment to renaissance. As we look ahead and get ready for Santa Monica Super Bowl 61, ESPN's involvement turning Santa Monica into ESPN Beach. Can't wait, Jack. We're broadcasting live all afternoon. Trudell, DeMarco, and of course, Travis Rogers, along with producer Laura. Live from the city of Santa Monica, a special edition of the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show right now.
I just heard something very important. We were having a conversation before we came on the air today, and Trudell said that he was going to step aside for a certain segment. We don't have to get into which one it was.
Yeah.
But, Trudell, you just got top billing right there. So I think that by definition and by decree, that means that you are required to be here for the entire 3 hours.
DeMarco, top billing to me would be the one who was introduced last and given the last name. In which, because he said Travis Rogers.
He did say Travis Rogers.
I didn't hear a Farr. I didn't hear a Trudell
I thought
in there.
that was very Travis-centric there.
And you're the one doing the intros and the outros.
I think you're deflecting right now.
Look, I just want to make sure that we're all here all day because it is a very cool day. We're out here, a little bit of a change of pace. We're out here at Santa Monica. We're going to have a great day today. We're going to talk about a whole bunch of Ram stuff. And this is maybe not Ram-related, but hopefully Ram-related because we're kind of getting ready for Super Bowl 61, which is going to be at SoFi Stadium, which is going to be here in Southern California, and hopefully a home game for the Rams. But this is kind of the kickoff to the whole thing. And it's, believe it or not, it's like it's right around the corner, even though we've barely opened camps.
It's you're on the way. You're starting your odyssey, starting your journey. Yeah, it's step number one. You know, just looking around, if you could you put a football stadium in Santa Monica somewhere?
Ooh, that'd be tough.
That would be tough?
That'd be tough.
Of open real estate.
No.
Not enough? You kidding? You need the open space? Yeah, that would be fun.
It's such a beautiful part of town and such a historic area, and the beaches right there that like literally every square foot of real estate has been purchased long ago. So you'd have to knock down many buildings.
Let's knock them down. Wouldn't that be beautiful to have a stadium with the beach right there?
It would be pretty.
Come on.
I don't know if the powers that be, which we will talk to later today, are super excited to raise a portion of the city to put up a stadium.
I mean, if we, look, if you want to get really high tech, you could build it up in the sky. You just have to put, you'd have to put
pillars,
like the ones that
like
float?
four like skyscrapers as pillars.
Okay,
and then put a stadium kind of on top of the four, right? And so then you get the beach view, and it wouldn't interrupt the ocean view.
I just saw that for the next World Cup, they're going to have one that's up in the air. Is that true?
I feel like I saw one. Yeah, maybe one of the oil countries. Yeah, like United Arab Emirates or Saudi Arabia or something.
A stadium like on the top of a building.
Yeah, was floating that. It's a Middle East thing.
Nah, we can't do that.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? You having a little World Cup hangover, Trudell? A little depression after it's all said and done?
Yeah, little is an understatement. I for sure. And you know what? I also just enjoyed how other people, and certainly you two, were getting into something that I am kind of always been into, because it's always more fun to share. When everybody's into something. So that part I missed. I am looking forward to the Premier League season, though, especially now that Travis is on board as an Arsenal supporter.
I mean, not to jump the gun here, but the EPL is doing something called Coast to Coast, where they're going to have like watch parties in the United States to kick off their season. So they clearly are trying to seize on the momentum of people like me who are kind of like, hey, let me at least dip my toe in and see if I dig it.
Well, did you like the sport? I know the spectacle, the fun, the bonding. Did you like the sport? Did you dig it?
85% of it I was into.
Okay.
Yeah. And by the way, that's a pretty good batting average, because there's 15% of most of these leagues that kind of drive me crazy. So that's not a knock that it's not 100%. I loved it.
Athletic ability and doing things that normal people can't do makes me go wow, and it makes me mad when people just overlook something. Like, did you see what he just did?
Right.
Oh, yeah, he just kicked it and it got stopped. No. That guy kicked it out of the air with his left foot and it was still on the ground. Just weird stuff. Right. That stuff I miss. I would love to keep up with that. I just don't know, once we start carrying the pigskin around, if all my attention is going to go right to the gridiron.
No, I get it. And there's something, though, to what you just said about, like, some things that I appreciate in the NFL are things that I couldn't – it's harder to picture myself doing. For example, like when I see the offensive linemen all moving together in a herd, and these are giant humans.
Yes.
Right? And who are also quick and also strong and can run, like that kind of thing that is just would be foreign to somebody like me. Whereas maybe for you watch the soccer and you're like, I don't think I could kick a ball 40 yards away with that kind of curve into that little top corner.
Yeah.
Right? It's a cool thing.
And I'm missing the stop and play stuff. I mean, it once you get into watching soccer, it never stops, right?
Yeah.
So you're just looking.
That's one of the best parts.
I wish they had a dart that told me where Mbappe was at all times or where Messi was. So, because sometimes I lose them. I think I know
that old
football players.
box hockey technology. It just has a little
something-
red ring around
stick
it.
a little thing on his head.
The hockey stuff with the
little trailer
stuff. Yeah. I mean, I hear you. Like, it is. There's something about that, and maybe just if you watch more, then you can pick out a guy. But yeah, sometimes if the defense has the ball, right, and they're kind of pinging around the back, and Mbappe or Messi are just off the screen, sort of waiting to touch it on the other end.
Or give me a little telestrator. Like, this is how that happened.
What both of you guys said, I think, come together in where the challenge is for a lot of this stuff. Number one, football season starting. And that just consumes the vast majority of our attention in about a month. It's like it's going to be football all the time. Baseball playoffs start up roughly the same time. So that has all of our attention for the things that we do understand. Like you were talking about, like when I watch a soccer game, it's as a novice. It's as somebody that's just kind of starting to appreciate some of the smaller subtleties.
His eyes.
Yeah, I was watching the Dodger game yesterday, and there was a double play where the third baseman was going to his left and stopped and planned. And the degree of difficulty in what they did, 9.5 out of 10. and I'm watching it, and I was just blown away at how good they made and how easy they made something remarkably difficult look. And I think that's kind of what you're talking about, DeMar. It's like those little tiny things that make you go, oh, my God, that was amazing.
Did you see
I just completely miss it. So it's not and the only way you're going to start to appreciate those things is to watch a whole bunch, but the football game's on, the World Series is on, and it's just really hard to start to catch up on that stuff.
You may have me long term. Now, this is unfair because I'm expecting MLS to be like what I just saw. And when it's not, I might get disappointed. That's not even close to being fair.
MLS, it's just a younger league still.
Yeah.
It's still a newer league, right? It started in the 90s. So, I mean, in terms of – but if you watch the English Premier League, which is my favorite league, and it's the best league in the world, that looks a lot like the top part of the World Cup. Like basically the once you get to the round of 32,
most of those guys playing in that league.
Many of them, yeah. There are a couple that play in. There's some that play in Spain, some that play in Italy and Germany, but the majority play in the English Premier League, and there is not a single game that doesn't have stakes. That would be what I would liken to the NFL, because even maybe by week 13, if you have one of the bad teams play one of the bad teams, it's it's not the best. There's not a single game in the English Premier League because of relegation, because the three teams, and there are only 20 teams.
Can I ask a stupid question? Yeah. As a novice to that, like, how does that exist? I guess is what, because the owners of the leagues here would never, ever agree to a system where they could end up not being in the most important league. You know what I mean? And I'm not picking on them. I'm just using them as the most obvious example. The Angels would be relegated under the soccer system, right? They've been at the bottom of the standings or the table, as we say inside. How about that, right? Nice. So they're at the bottom, and now all of a sudden, if the Angels were in the California League, it's like, what are we doing? Like, they would never. How did relegation become a part of the best soccer league in the world, where all of a sudden you're not in the big leagues anymore?
Well, the reason it works first of all, it's because it's been over 100 years, right? So there are 9 leagues. So you have your local league. Then there's League 1, then there's League 2, then there's League 3, right? And it goes kind of in inverse order. But there's this whole tiered system, whereas in professional sports here, like in the NFL, there isn't even a minor league.
No.
Now, baseball is the closest thing that you could get to it. But what you would have,
the Clippers got dropped to the G League.
Well, but just use the baseball example. So the Premier League is Major League Baseball. Then AAA would be in England. It's called the Championship. So that's the league directly underneath that. Then so AA would then be League 1, right, in England. Single A would be League 2, and then beyond that, there's 4 levels below that. In a lot of ways, that they all have youth systems too, in which that you're playing for this club the whole way through. And if you're on one of the lower teams, let's say you're on League 3, then a League 2 team, if you're one of the best players in League 3, a League 2 team grabs you, and then the League 1 team grabs the best player on that team. And so on and so forth. So by the time you get to the Premier League, the whole system functions all the way through.
Imagine the pressure and the stakes and the absolute terror at being relegated from the best league to the bottom league, the valuations that come along with this.
If you had that in football, you would literally create rollerball.
Yeah, but the opportunities. Like, imagine if you were a rich guy and you looked at a team like the Angels, and they get relegated. It's like, I'm going to jump on that because that's just a sleeping giant. They're in the right spot. There's plenty of opportunity, and maybe it forces guys like Artie Moreno to get out of this business because now they're not even in the place. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, but it would be, it would change the dynamics of why you want to be in this or why you don't. Because
there's no draft.
There's
never a reason to lose. Ever.
Yeah.
There is absolutely zero benefit to be bad.
Wow.
There is zero benefit to not playing hard. There is zero benefit whatsoever. And the protection, though, Travis, is that some of the clubs are so big now. There was a team this year, Tottenham, who's a huge club in London. They finished 4th from the bottom, and they were this close.
How many teams get relegated?
3. They were this close to being relegated. But you know what would have happened for them? They would have had 5 times the budget of all the teams in the lower league. They would have been down, and then it would have come up the next year.
Came right back up.
So the middle ground teams are the ones where more is at stake, because if you get relegated, then all of a sudden you have to you're going to lose a lot of your best players because they're like, I'm not playing in the championship, and then they go to one of the bigger clubs.
You would literally create a blood sport here.
Yeah.
Can you imagine Jerry Jones on the verge of being relegated?
I mean,
imagine that team speech. Shut up, coach. I got it.
Well, it's
Jerry Jones, though, would probably say, would be one of the ones that would spend his way out of it.
Of course.
So, and now maybe it would happen once, but then that next year he would just spend the additional money.
Like, you could spend your way out of it, and again, the reason these guys have the resources that they have is because they have the self-belief and the opportunity that they're going to continue to do it. But maybe a light bulb goes off and says, maybe I need to step out of this. Maybe I need to turn this over to people that have had more success doing this than I do. And maybe I'm this is wish casting a little bit, but maybe it gets some of the ego that keeps these owners in these positions and keeps their team bad out of the mix a little bit.
Well, you need morons too. You know that, right?
Well,
when you have the top of the heap, you got to have some dummies too. So
I know Laura could play drums like that. Did you guys hear that? In
the
background? Laura's over there.
When Travis was talking,
just multi-talented like that. What can I say?
You and Ben Conroy, who's engineering for us here today. You and DeMarco, Ben, you and he could go over there, and although you're a left.
The kit is calling, except he's a righty. If he was set up as
Ben,
a left-handed drummer, I'd be all over there.
Yeah.
I'm looking at him. I got you. Yes, sir. If he was set up lefty, I'd be over there right now.
What else you can't play an instrument?
Can you play an instrument?
Saxophone.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Well, I haven't played it in 20 years, but
The
just
flute.
I just heard the guy the original Pink Panther.
Peter,
on the sax.
Henry Mancini.
He just passed away, 94. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, there you go. See? That's only 2 guys
Were you
ago.
in the band, Trudeau?
Yeah, you had to. My school wasn't that big. It was like 150 per class, so you kind of had to do like a music elective. So it was either band or choir.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't really.
How did you
sing.
skip music?
Seriously.
I don't have.
We all had music.
I had music class through.
Did you do the recorder?
Elementary school.
Yeah.
No, maybe. I don't. If we did, can we just go back to PE?
Come on.
Can we just go back to PE?
We still had PE.
Can I just throw things?
Yeah.
Like I can't do it, and my personality is the type.
Put
where
that kid outside.
If I can't do it, I immediately give up.
I'm gonna break it.
Yeah. I'm like I want to let me go back to the things that I can do a little bit at least. In music was.
How'd you pick the sax, or did your parents pick?
It just seemed like the coolest one.
Oh, okay, yeah, so sax is cool.
It was about that simple, and I noticed that you get a good chunk of the melodies. Right?
Yeah,
you go either to the trumpet or the sax, so I was kind of between those.
There was a minute in the '80s when the sax was almost king, next to the lead guitars.
When Bill Clinton played it on Arsenio, that was a moment for the sax.
Yeah, there you go. There was a sax solo.
You know what? I always like the guy, and I can't remember his name now, but on Saturday Night Live, they've got the band leader, so there's a great saxophone player.
Oh, okay.
And he always kind of comes in and out of whatever their melodies. Really
Huey Lewis killed it with the sax.
Kenny G?
He didn't play it in the band. He had a sax player. He had sax solos. There you go. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I can hear it right now.
The rock band. There you go. Yeah.
It's hip to be square.
A lot of
sax.
I will say not a lot of my buddies, and most of my buddies played sports and stuff, not a lot of my buddies were in bands, so it was kind of like a different group, but I enjoyed that a lot.
Band kids are different than the theater kids. They're different than the sports kids. They're different than the math kids. They're,
I didn't mind kind of jumping between groups like that, though.
No, as long as I could, I could do math, so I'm okay with the math kids.
I'm okay with the math kids.
I'm okay with that, but when they're talking music, when you just said melody, my brain just went blank. I'm like, I barely even know what that
means. Wow.
But a melody, the main line of the song.
I know the definition
not the harmony.
of the word, but I don't understand how it applies to doing a thing in a song.
I just saw your brain switch off.
A trombone, right? That would be more of a supportive role.
I thought that's just when it goes.
Right.
That's more of a supportive role usually, right? Or a clarinet or a flute, more of a supportive role.
The flute is interesting. So I played the violin because I was in choir for a while, and then I did the violin. And then I was like, I want to pick up the flute. Yeah, no,
that's rough. Yeah,
it was, a lot of windpipe.
For you?
No, I'm more bam, 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 bam.
You want to bang on
things. I'm gonna like him over there. He knows what I'm talking about.
There we go. Yeah, he knows how to do it. All right, let's get into what's coming up a little bit later tonight from 6 to 9. A special Rams Revealed live broadcast on 710 on the ESPN LA app and YouTube. Cappy and Geeter live from the YouTube Theater talking to Rams legends like Eric Dickerson, Jackie Slater, Kevin Demoff. There may even be a big announcement as well. Tune in to find out, and hopefully we're talking about the Rams about, what would that be, DeMarco, 7 months from now when we're talking February?
Please, Eric, don't say anything crazy.
Activations here in Santa Monica. We'll talk about that Rams roster and just where does it fall. That's coming up next. Trudell is here on a Thursday. It's DeMarco and Trav, ESPN LA.
Mornings in LA start with Sedano and Cap.
If I'm Derek Carr, and I want to win a Super Bowl before I'm done.
Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA.
How about this? You look at Stafford's record, you look at how Stafford plays and the amount of time that he misses, which is very, very minimal, and you say, hey, look, if you're the Rams and you don't have what you call a viable backup quarterback, why would you not at least knock on the door of Derek Carr? Now you've got a 34-year-old veteran quarterback who started probably a couple hundred games in his career. And now, Ty Simpson, you're our third-string quarterback, and Stetson Bennett, in theory, could be the odd man out. But if backup quarterback is a critical position for the Rams because of Stafford's age and injury history, then getting a real backup quarterback, someone with real experience, might be on the Rams' radar.
The Morning Show with Sedano and Cap. Weekdays starting at 7 a.m. on ESPN Los Angeles.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. You got to count on Jacob for every type of accident, man. You count on Jacob after a motorcycle hit. You count on Jacob after a truck wreck. Call him at 800-345-6789.
Call Jacob.
Ma said that if I win the Chevy Silverado at Morongo, I'll finally have a place to sleep after dinner. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
We're giving away a Chevy Silverado truck. You could drive off a winner the 26th.
Number 2.
Don't pay high prices for gas. Morongo's Travel Center prices are the lowest priced gas around.
And the number 1 reason.
The hottest nighttime pool party in SoCal. Flamingo Fridays is on.
Morongo. Good times.
Looking for a vodka with standards? Blue Ice delivers. American-made from Idaho potatoes, gluten-free, non-GMO, and only 64 calories an ounce. Enjoy the classic Huckleberry with lemonade or award-winning double espresso. Blue Ice vodka, premium taste, nothing extra.
If Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea was your best friend, it would be the kind of friend that starts an impromptu dance party in the supermarket aisle that turns into an all-day pool party rager at your place, and you don't even own a pool. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea turns any day into a legendary adventure. It's smooth and refreshing real iced tea with just the right kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted.
Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Empower. Katie got a VIP box for the postseason. She worked with Empower to help her get good at money so she can be a little bad. She planned well and was able to bring the whole family.
Who wants homemade egg salad sandwiches?
Even Beth.
Horseradish? Anyone? How about some tuna on rye?
Oh, strike 3, Beth. Invest well, live a little. Start today at Empower.com.
And it's a special edition today of the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show, along with Mike Trudell, live from Santa Monica's summer event, State of the City 2026, from realignment to renaissance, as we prepare for Super Bowl 61 and ESPN Beach coming to Santa Monica. Once again, back to Santa Monica and back to the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show on ESPN LA.
You gonna be all right, big dog?
No. It's gonna be hard for me today. Wow, this band over here is tearing it up. I need to know who this bass player is.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
All
yes.
Right. All right.
Good Lord Almighty. How can you
stay with me.
like soccer? How can you be looking down when this is going on right in front of you?
Trudell
oh my
is
God.
Unbothered.
At all.
Look.
Unbothered.
She's killing it.
She's fantastic.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Little live music going on down here.
We're chilling
on Main Street, Santa Monica. I don't know if the plaque is up yet. They've been telling me they've been up for a while. I got married I literally looked it up, 867 feet from where we're sitting.
Really?
Wow.
No way.
Yeah. The church we got married at is a little further away, but the reception, there's a place over here, a big reception event.
This is where it all began, huh? Okay.
We got married.
Why'd you pick here?
Susan and I lived over
Oh,
here.
you lived over here.
When we first
Okay.
got married, we lived 3 miles from here.
No
Yeah,
way.
we lived up and to the right. And so,
were you of age? You were of age then. So
25.
Where was your spot? You had a spot somewhere.
Oh, so my spot was on Wilshire Boulevard, more towards West LA, like the Brentwood side of town. We
Okay.
It might still be there. There was a Q's on Wilshire Boulevard that was, stumbling distance from our apartment that used to be the spot.
Full Q. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a spot where you live? A place you can go hang out? I mean, don't call it out if you don't want to, but do you have a spot?
Not really.
Oh.
So I'm gone enough during that when I'm home, I'm happy to just be home. So I'm more likely to be at driving my car to a soccer practice or a baseball practice. If probably since we're so close to the beach, probably just one of the places off of the pier. There's a bunch of good restaurants and bars and stuff like that there. So if there's the occasional night where the dads or maybe the dads and the moms with the kids can all get out, it'll usually be one of those spots.
Yeah, everybody needs a cheer spot where they know your name. You know, you can just hang out for.
It's so funny you say that. We were talking the spot that we kept going to watch all the soccer on the weekends is a little bar/restaurant in our neighborhood.
Yeah.
And Susan said the other day, she's like, we've been in here 5 times in the last 2 weeks. I'm like, who cares? It's a neighborhood bar.
There
this
you
is
go.
where you're supposed to go. This is what you're supposed to do.
I want a stool. There you go. You know, I would love to hang out, but I can't because we're at the game.
Yeah.
But I would love to hang out in a bar with Rams fans watching football.
It's funny.
Yeah.
It depends on what we're watching. I can do football with a group. My favorite thing, quite frankly, was soccer with a group because I'm less invested in the result. I'm more invested in the vibe.
That was fun.
Yeah. I loved the energy of the group. I can't watch baseball with people. I need to have it's a very selected, curated group of people to watch a baseball game with so I can focus on what I need to focus on.
Does that put us on the list if he's watching it in the studio? Or is that just
you
because
qualify.
he has to?
Yeah.
Do we qualify?
I think so.
Okay. We don't ask a bunch of dumb questions, right?
But he's asking for a certain level of ball knower.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
Or someone that's not going to bug him.
It's those two, it's where those two things intersect.
Okay.
It's exactly that intersection. Yes.
Okay.
I don't want to talk about something else when it's on.
Well, if I ask you, like, what are you throwing as a pitcher?
That's talking about the game.
Okay,
that's fine.
That qualifies as the first
But
part.
if you said, what kind of cheese do you like on your turkey sandwich in the middle
No,
of,
we're not doing that.
of the
We're
World
not doing
Series, I don't really want to.
He did one time. Who was it? Was it Sanchez threw one by Ohtani? Ohtani didn't swing the bat. He just walked off, right? Like, it's a strike 3. I'm like, well, you said he couldn't do anything with the pitch.
Nothing you can do with that.
Well, you can at least swing at it.
No. He was looking for A, and he got B, and it was by him in the blink of an eye.
Well, swing where you thought it was going to be.
Well, it would have been like pop, snap, swing.
Don't just keep the bat on your shoulder, big fella. You might get lucky. Who knows?
Here's one for you.
Yeah.
Is this the best Rams team that they've had since they came back to L.A. On paper as you get ready for the season? And because and the reason, look, the quick answer is for sure. But they've had some really good teams since they've come back here.
It has the chance to be. From the outset, you'd have to say yes. If you want to put Devontae and Puka up with whatever receiving core.
Kupp, Robert Woods, Brandon Cooks, like that.
I still think I'm taking these two.
Puka and Kupp was a pretty good combination.
True. Yeah. But I still think I might be taking these two. Or if Devontae existed back then, he's on the field and one of those guys isn't.
We haven't seen anything like Todd Gurley, though. There's been some good backs, like Tyren's nice, Blake Corum's nice, but we haven't seen a Todd Gurley 2.0.
Stafford, obviously. Maybe, I would definitely take a Whitworth right now.
Whitworth, a Ramsey, a Donald. Like, there's been a lot of talent.
Has a chance to be, and here's the one thing that this team has that those other teams did not have in certain respects. They have a very experienced Sean McVay now. He's been through it. We said this. If he stops playing football, if we never play another down, is he in the Hall of Fame right now, Sean McVay?
Sure.
Absolutely, sure. Right? Isn't that crazy that you're saying that so confidently?
Yeah, sure.
He hasn't spent enough time in the NFL, but it's already, he's in.
Well,
win percentage plus the Super Bowl. Yeah.
This is going to be his 10th year. That's a long time.
Yeah, but of the guys that are in, that's relatively short.
What's his win percentage?
617.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's up there amongst the greats of all time.
10-6 in the playoffs, 92 regular season wins.
Yeah, I mean,
you're under 100, but
Super Bowl champion.
Anything over like 52 is very good.
Really?
If you get into the 60s?
Yeah.
Oh,
in terms of a career.
Yeah.
Because you're going to have an off year or two. You're going to have a starting quarterback go down or something. You know what I'm saying? So that,
So I think what you just said is what kicks it over the top, because you can talk about how, yes, he's won a Super Bowl, been to another, been close to a third, been in the playoffs multiple times, the winning percentage,
and all these things. 4 times.
Won division titles. All of that's great. But I think what really sets him apart from most of these other guys that we're talking about, he's had one bad season.
Yeah.
And the bad season it was very obvious why it was a bad season.
Very understandable.
It was, a
miracle you got 5.
Stafford goes down, the entire offensive line goes down, I've said this a million times.
Basically injuries.
Yeah, they literally pulled a guy out of the police academy to play on the offensive line.
But
I mean, so what do you expect? Of course they're going to win 5. Like you said, Trudell, 5 wins is pretty impressive under those.
He's an automatic floor raiser.
Yes.
So there's a no-brainer Hall of Fame.
So when you talk about, is this the best roster, best team, best whatever, it might be. It has a chance to be. Players, you can argue, but I think you have a very experienced head coach, a guy that has rededicated himself to chasing Lombardis. Remember that time? I think that was part of the problem. I think he was being pulled between two worlds, and he was becoming a father for the first time. A lot of stuff. He's different. He's on the child number 2. He knows what he wants. He knows how to get it. He's got great guys, so I think he's ready to coach. I think he's got the roster to do it, but you've got to back all that up. That's why I said I hate when you bring that up, because every team thinks they have a shot, and you never know what's going to happen.
No, you never know what's going to happen, but, you'd rather start with a full house than not. You'd rather start with what you have. And this kind of reminds me a little bit of the conversation we were having yesterday about Max Muncy and kind of the ROI of it all. Like, Muncy might be the best ROI the Dodgers have ever had as far as money out to return back. Them hiring Sean McVay might have been the smartest thing that organization. Like, they've had great players. They've had Hall of Famers. You and your teammates, you guys won a Super Bowl. Like, a lot of great moments have happened, but certainly in this version of the Los Angeles Rams, if not the Los Angeles Rams, this might be the smartest thing they've ever done.
I'm not picking on people. I'm not. And it's hard because this team has been several places, so there's fan bases, there's some hurt feelings. But the fact that we can talk about a coach that's been here for 10 years, and he's already in the Hall of Fame. You've had the same GM the entire time.
Yes.
You've been in contention. You're filling up the stadium forget the colors. You're filling it up every single week, and you've got the best roster built. You are far and away the best team in football on paper to start this season. And you're doing it in Los Angeles. Do you know how hard that is to do?
I know.
Yeah, so we give McVay credit, and we should, because he's built this thing, but the fact that they had the foresight to hire a guy that was 30 years old and said, this is the guy. You know how gutsy that is? Mm-hmm. And to make that pay off and stand up at the same time, wow.
I remembered when they hired him, and at the time I was doing pre-half and post with Kirk and Eric Davis. And I called Eric Davis, and because all I knew about Sean McVay was that he was on the staff in Washington. That was that's what I knew about him, and that he was young. Those were the two things. And I called Eric Davis and said, "Hey, tell me what I need to know about Sean McVay. Is this a good hire?" And he said, the only question about this hire is whether he's ready to do it now or not. But if you wait till he is ready, you're not going to be able to get him.
Yep.
So you got to go now. And they took the chance of trying it for a 30-year-old, and they've never made a better decision.
Doesn't he look like McVay?
A little bit.
You got have you ever been? Anybody? No, never?
I haven't heard the comp before.
You could do that for Halloween. You should.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'll take it. I remember, so I was doing the show with Michael Thompson at the time, and I had a good buddy of mine. His name's Chris Hayre. He's out here doing sports now in L.A. And so Chris is from Washington. And at the time, he had still had some ties in with, like, some people that were on the football side over there. And so I had read an article on McVay. It might have been Sports Illustrated. It was kind of like a long feature, and it talked about his family relationship and his grandfather and just kind of how he was schooled in football and all into it. And you get to the end of the article, and you're like, damn, like just kind of what Travis was saying, like this guy's got it. And Chris kind of had backed it up with everything. And there wasn't someone else out there that was just this totally obvious. It wasn't like Bill Belichick, right, was about to move over at that time. And it seemed totally worth the gamble. And the thing to me that kind of put it over the top was I did an internship year with the Minnesota Vikings, just like on the content side. And this was Brad Childress. And Mike Tomlin was the defensive coordinator at the time. And everybody at training, you could just tell, like when he walked by, everybody just wanted Tomlin to be the coach. Even though he wasn't, you could just tell, it comes off of him. It just in all directions. He was like
that's
this.
The it.
It just exploded off of him. And then this was the time, so Rooney Rule in Pittsburgh has him come out just to interview him, and they're like, we can't let this guy out the door.
Right.
We just can't do it. And the Vikings, all of us within the Vikings were like, oh, come on. Yeah, because Childress was whatever, but this was supposed to be the guy that was going to take over. And I think the Rams, in that case, I was like, well, if this is another guy like this, just do it now and let him grow.
That could have blown up. It could have gone a million different ways. This was one of them, and he's doing it. While he was saying that, guess who popped into my head? Jeff Fisher. If someday, when we're just about cosmic dust, me and you, and they do a 30 for 30 on the Sean McVay era, like Sean is our age then, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They should start with Jeff because he kept them afloat. They weren't horrible. You know what I mean?
They're pretty bad.
They were bad.
Yeah.
They were very, how do you say this?
They were 4-12, and they weren't
very
as good as their record
unpredictable,
indicated.
and they weren't very good, right?
They were You know what it was more than anything?
Yeah.
They were boring.
Yeah.
They were a boring – like I remember when Gurley said they were running a middle school offense, I'm like, perfect. That's exactly what I'm looking for.
But here's the thing. When McVay took over, it's basically the same guys.
I know.
And got way more out of that engine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I would love for, like, Sean McVay, 30 for 30, and the first guy you talked to was him. You know what I mean? Like, why couldn't you figure that out?
You know, let's keep this conversation going because I want to talk more about McVay, and I want to ask Trudell a very specific question. As somebody that has a rooting interest in a different team, how it relates back to the Rams. We'll get into that coming up in just a little bit. It's DeMarco and Trav. Trudell is here with us in Santa Monica. We're getting ready for the State of the City right here on 710 ESPN. And I'm looking around, and my Chevy Silverado's right around the corner, right behind these buildings, DeMarco, and it's just
was that yours?
In all its glory. Of course it was.
I'm stealing it.
Because you saw the Rotolo Chevrolet license plate right around it. Got it at Rotolo, and they're waiting for you, too. You want a Silverado? They got you covered. You want any of the Chevy cars and trucks? They got you covered. Because at Rotolo, they have everything you're looking for at the price that you're comfortable with and that legendary Rotolo customer service. I'm so excited when I get a chance to go out there and see everybody, whether it's Julio, who's become a friend, and Armando Rojo, who's the general manager out there. Love going out there, talking a little baseball with those guys, talking a little football with those guys, and, of course, getting that amazing Rotolo customer experience. So if you've been thinking about it, get yourself out to Fontana, right off the 210 freeway, Sierra Avenue exit. You cannot miss it. And if you're thinking, everything you're telling me, Trav, sounds great, but, man, I live in Long Beach. I live in Santa Monica. Fontana's a little bit far away. No problem at all. RotoloChevy.com. ROTOLO. RotoloChevy.com. And whether you go in or whether you go online, make sure they know that Travis sent you in to Rotolo Chevrolet.
How are you? It's Dr. Robert Clapper. Guess what? The Weekend Warriors Show is back Saturday morning at 7 a.m. on ESPN LA, thanks to Cedars-Sinai. Cedars-Sinai is a global leader in orthopedics, offering a range of solutions in all orthopedic subspecialties to get you back to doing the things you love. Don't miss the Weekend Warriors Show with me, Dr. Clapper, Saturday mornings at 7 a.m. on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app.
Guys, Pizza Hut takes me back old school. Birthday parties, Little League, Friday nights, there was always something special about the Hut. Now, celebrate again with Pizza Hut's new throwback value menu. Iconic favorites like a personal pan pizza, breadsticks, and a 2-liter soda starting at just $4. Feed the family with the original stuffed crust pizza, $11.99 for a 1-topping medium. Try new additions like triple cheese, mac, and gooey s'mores sticks. Go to pizzahut.com or order now on the Pizza Hut app.
Do you owe back taxes or have unfiled tax returns? The IRS won't quit until they get your money. Here's great news, fresh from those in the know. Major changes have happened at the IRS. If you owe more than $10,000, you may be eligible for a 99% reduction of what you owe. Haven't filed a return for a while? Their happy clients are talking.
The IRS was going to levy my bank account, but Guardian was able to prevent that and fix all my IRS issues. Thanks again, Guardian Tax.
Need relief from crushing tax debt? The IRS now has special programs. Guardian Tax knows all about them. Personal or business, this is the fresh new brick you've been hoping for.
We aren't the company you call when you need a hug because you're scared of the IRS. Guardian Tax is the company that wins when you need it most.
Guardian Tax Service is really great to work with. They really help me out. I'd recommend them highly.
Call now for a free confidential consultation. 800-505-4169. 800-505-4169. 800-505-4169.
And it is the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show on your Thursday special edition with Mike Trudell, live from the city of Santa Monica. But right now, you know what it's time for. Time for Gregory Arthur Bergman to talk Dodgers baseball. You'll watch Greg Bergman and Marcus Grant each weekday morning, 6:30 a.m., The Blue Review on our YouTube channel at ESPN Los Angeles, presented by LAX. And then Bergie comes on here, talks boys in blue with DeMarco, Travis, and even Trudell today. Time for First Pitch. Right now on the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show on ESPN LA.
Because I don't read very well, I just didn't look at it right. But I do want to come back to Trudell and his, I'm hoping budding Rams fandom. We'll see about that coming up.
Did you hear what Chris said? Even Trudell.
Trudell.
He evened that out. Now you feel better?
A little bit.
A little bit? There you go.
A little bit.
Right.
He got mad at me today because when he came into the coffee shop that I was prepping in, and I looked up and I saw him, I'm like, hey, Mike. And he's like, that's it?
Wow.
That's all I get? Like, I wasn't enthusiastic enough for you?
I felt better when I saw that Laura put me at the top of the show.
Oh, my God.
The whole thing.
Oh, my God.
I got you, Trudell.
Yeah.
I got you.
That picked me up.
Like,
$50.
I acknowledged that you had entered the room. I said hello.
Barely.
No,
Barely?
I was.
Barely.
I was engaged. I looked up.
Okay.
I said, hey, Mike.
What time did you get there?
And again, it wasn't that.
It wasn't enthusiastic
before
time.
you.
Oh, okay. Okay, maybe he was locked in. It happens.
Yeah.
Man, he's locked in. Is Greg in there?
Greg is in there.
I am absolutely in here.
Oh,
What's up, guys?
There you are.
See, I would have.
He's
really,
here.
I'm here. I would have really loved Trudell's story about what was going on in Minnesota, but there was just Duke Ellington was in the background, and I couldn't hear a word that he was saying.
Oh, it's not Duke Ellington. Trust me. Yeah. You'd be very impressed.
It doesn't look like that's going to be changing, Greg. So,
I was trying to pay attention to the story. I was like, just getting down to the jazz.
You'd be very forgiving. Yes.
I could reach out and hold hands with the drummer from where I'm sitting.
Right here.
We're close to the stage.
Yeah.
We are very, very close to the stage. Yeah. All right, so we were talking a little bit about Muncy yesterday, Greg. Remember when I asked you, like, is this the greatest ROI in Dodger history, right?
Yeah.
For what they've paid him, for how they acquired him, and the fact that he is now solo second on the all-time Dodger home run list, LA Dodger home list. I think home run list. He's 36 behind Eric Karros, I believe. Is he the greatest third baseman in L.A. Dodger history? Is he the best one we've ever seen? Because Beltre was here, Ron Cey was here. There have been some really, really good guys here.
Justin Turner, we mentioned Justin Turner yesterday.
Justin Turner
was a fantastic third baseman. So, I mean, if you're talking just offensively, yes, but offensively and defensively, I would probably go JT a little bit more. I didn't really see Ron Cey play. That was more in your era, but Justin Turner defensively until the later years was great over there. And he was hitting home runs in the postseason, and he was being just the driving force of that team for a long time. Muncy is a better hitter. He's a better baseball player. He's a better offensive player overall. His defense is now starting to catch up to him, I think, to JT. But I would still probably go with JT as the best in my era.
Because he's a better defensive player?
Well, yeah, because because overall, what he did for the team, he was so important to this team.
Muncy's won the World Series 3 times and hit in the middle of the order, hit the home run in Game 7. There's nothing Turner did that Muncy hasn't done or done more of.
I think that that Turner was a better defender. He was a better defender, and he was the leader of the team for basically the entire time that he was there, and because that was really what started this whole era.
Yeah.
I don't think it's picking nits basically at this point. I don't think that. I'm not saying Muncy's a worse player than Justin Turner. I'm just saying that the best third baseman. I'm just leaning towards JT.
What if we were doing just stats? Yeah. Like if we just the analytics, like the advanced, if we just side by sided them.
Muncy.
Yeah, Muncy has the much better stats.
Right.
Absolutely.
So,
And he's been, it's not just that he's stacked numbers. He's been involved in some enormous moments in Dodger championship moments.
He was definitely the man in this series.
Yeah.
In this series, he was the man. Greg, what does it say that you got by the Phillies, number one? Number two, you got it without throwing your best guys on the mound.
Yeah, I think that part of it is really impressive. But also, Justin Wroblewski is kind of one of... I can hear myself now. Justin Wroblewski is...
What?
Don't get used to it.
Justin Wroblewski is still one of their top pitchers, but the fact that it wasn't Yamamoto, Snell, Glasnow, Ohtani, that's pretty impressive. But that kind of goes to... You're talking about ROI. The ROI on Eric Lauer is through the roof now.
It has been, and I said it when they acquired him because they needed a warrant. It's like it's not Mr. Right, it's Mr. Right now, and he still is. They still haven't lost a game that he's pitched in.
No, it's crazy.
That's just wild to think about. And like you said, it's not Yamamoto or Ohtani. It's Eric Lauer, who again was available to whoever wanted him, and they went out there and got him, and they win 2 out of 3. I said this to DeMarco yesterday. The Phillies are the only team in the National, and I understand that anybody can beat anybody. I'm fully aware of that. But the Phillies, I think, are the only team, when I look at them with the Dodgers, player to player, pitcher to pitcher, it feels like a relatively fair fight. And the Dodgers, every time they play them, they just kind of flick them aside like it's not a big deal.
It's not. They had the game on Monday that they lost 10-7, but even in that game, they were down 10-4, and you're like, okay, they're starting to come back, and they had to pull out. Duran had to come out for just one batter because they had to put him up and down. They are just the better team, and we talked about this a lot, too, that defensively, what's going on in Philadelphia is not going to get them far in the postseason, and that's partly why they don't go far in the postseason in general, because they make stupid mistakes that teams like the Dodgers just don't make.
Can you say that all again? Can you repeat that?
Should I yell a little bit louder there, DeMarco?
Greg and I were talking about this in the morning show the other day, so I don't want to reiterate too much of it, but I'm curious, DeMarco and Trav, your take on it. Basically, none of us are going to disagree that the Dodgers are the most talented team. They've been the best team, all the stats, the run differential, the talent, etc. My argument for sort of, okay, but do you still take Field over Dodgers just because of the sheer nature that, okay, Toronto, not a team we would have expected last year. They certainly weren't as good on paper. They certainly didn't have as good of a season. And they were, any one of 3 or 4 or, 12
10
plays, right? They go the other way from actually doing it. And so to do it another time and to be able to have to stay that locked in mentally again and all that. But Greg, you would never want to be in any other position than to have the best roster with the best potential at every position. So none of us are going to want to change any of that.
I'm still taking Dodgers over the Field.
Yeah. And I hear that.
I'm not going to argue aggressively that you're wrong, because I think every day that goes by, I'm more likely to pick the Dodgers too. Here's the counter argument, and it's just simple math. No one has ever won the World Series 3 times in a row from the National League, ever. It's literally never, ever happened. And they've been playing this league for 140 years.
But he said teams that are locked in are being locked in for a certain period of time. I don't think the Dodgers have been locked in yet. That's what I'm saying. They haven't hit that locked-in mode yet.
They haven't.
No.
And they're about to get healthier.
Yeah, they're going to get healthier. It's gonna be, their pitching staff is going to get healthier. You're going to get more guys. If any team is going to get locked in and be able to do it for the first time ever for the National League that you're talking about, Trav, it would be this team because they've just been through it and they do not falter in these situations.
Like the Yankees in the 90s, they did have the best talent.
Absolutely,
they did. That's how they won 3 in a row.
But I keep coming back to what you laid out a second ago, Trudell. If one of any number of events goes differently, they're not. Now they're trying to win 2 and 3 years. That's how razor thin these margins are, and they're going to be razor thin again. And whoever comes out of the other half, it could be any of those other.
It doesn't matter. Somebody's going to get hot.
Absolutely, and all it takes is one misread ball, one extra base hit, one hit you don't get, one hit they get.
Of course.
I mean, any of those things can happen.
It's your last $2 in your life. Who you're betting on?
For sure.
Dodgers.
And we almost could bring the Rams into the argument that way too. Is like going into the season, you want the team that has the best roster, and then you hope that the chemistry, that stuff comes because of the quarterback and the coach and all of those things. But that's the spot the Dodgers have been in, and frankly, we here in LA have been fortunate to be able to have the team that is the one that you would at least start with from a perspective of winning the championship.
And I feel that way whether Shohei pitches again or not.
I do too.
I think you have enough.
Yeah, I think so too. I think you need Shohei pitching though to really kind of put it over the top. They have enough talent to get through all of that, even if Wroblewski is somebody that's going to be in the rotation when it comes to the postseason. I think that whenever you have the best offensive team, the best defensive team, and the best the managerial team, you have every single part of the game you have the best of. I feel good about that team, so I would take the Dodgers consistently. I'm also a Giant fan, obviously, but I would take the Dodgers over the field right now.
Okay, so pitching virtuoso, it's the guy, this is what you bring him in to do, and you're a great pitcher. Hitting, same thing. It's you and defense. Who gets credit for how they're playing on defense?
They all do.
I
think the coaching staff
is that credit to culture?
I think it's credit to culture, and I think it's credit
individual
to
talent thing in baseball.
That's the answer.
Okay.
The answer is they just have good players at every position, and they have very few.
Is that where it shows up? Okay.
They have very few one-dimensional players too. The only guy on their roster that is a regular contributor that I would argue is one-dimensional is Teoscar Hernandez. He's the only one. And his dimension is he's a very, very good offensive player. He's clutch. He's good at culture and all this other stuff. He's not a particularly good outfielder. He's not a particularly fast runner. He slugs. He brings some slug.
But nice arm, though.
It's okay.
It's okay-ish. But Pages does a bunch of things. Tucker, this season aside, is a Gold Glove defender. He's a high-level offensive player. Like, you go around the entire field, everybody is good at a baseball player level, not I'm a glove guy but I can't hit, or I slug but I can't catch a cold. They're just good players across the board.
Yeah, every single one of them is a very good defender, except for Teo, like you're talking about. But baseball has always been a individual sport masquerading as a team sport. It's like it's all, especially on defense. I mean, there's people that have to be in touch with each other. The pitcher and the catcher, the second baseman and the third baseman. But for the most part, you're by yourself out there. You have to do what you have to do.
Greg, as always, thank you. We're going to see you.
Was that Greg?
That was Greg.
That was Greg?
I think so. I'm just going by feel at this point. It's like driving with the bumps on the road.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Move back to the right, move back to the left. It's all good.
You can call me Miles Davis like they got back there.
There you go. Thank you, Greg. All right, coming up next, we got a little Santa Monica edition of The Far Side.
Let's go.
Here in Santa Monica. Trudell is here with us on a Thursday on DeMarco and Trav, ESPN LA.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma Brands radio station.
Coming up Friday morning on the Sedano and Cap Morning Show, 7 a.m. on ESPN LA. Well, Cappy will be coming off Rams Revealed Thursday night. What did the Rams reveal? ... We'll find out all the details, all the pageantry of how it went with Cappy and Geeter on Thursday night. Plus, Beto Duran, the Cisco Kid, will be with us. It's a Schwanzaholic Friday morning in the summer of Schwanz, Jack.
The summer of Schwanz.
Gregory Arthur Bergman, producer Lindsay Baseball, the social team in the back, and you join us 7 a.m. Friday morning to put a smile on your face. The Sedano and Cap Morning Show on ESPN LA.
Call Jacob. Hey, Cappy, listen, you get into an action, you call Jacob at 800-345-6789, and there's steps to this. Step 1, get safe.
Yeah, step 2, get medical care.
Step 3, document everything.
Step 4, do not guess what you should say to insurance companies.
No, and step 5, count on Jacob.
Count on Jacob.
Accident
or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob 1-800-345-6789. Call Jacob.
Hi, it's Ramona Shelburne. Right now, lease a brand new 2026 Hyundai Palisade SE for just $299 a month. Comes with owner's assurance and America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Take it from me. With next-level customer service and incredible dealer incentives, your next Hyundai is waiting for you at Hyundai of Glendale. Call 818-222-8000 or check them out at HyundaiofGlendale.net.
$299 per month plus tax. Close and lease for 24 months. $47.49 total due on signing plus government fees and taxes. Unapproved above average credit through HMF. There's no security deposit. 7,500 miles per year. 20 cents per access miles. Expires 7/31/26.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill?
It's just better for you.
Waba Grill. It's flavorful.
Pick me up and never put me down.
It's quality. It's fresh. It's spicy. Introducing our new Chili Crisp Dumplings. A spicy twist on a Waba favorite. Bold, crunchy, and tossed in fiery chili crisp. Get yours now, only at Waba Grill. It's for you.
And it is the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show right here on ESPN LA.
The Far Side.
And it's time for the Far Side, presented by our friends at Highlands.
The Far Side.
Weekday afternoons at 4 p.m.
Time for the Far Side with DeMarco Far, right now on the Travis and DeMarco Afternoon Show on ESPN LA.
I think I heard Chris.
Yeah, that's you. Go.
I think I heard Chris.
Stop listening to the bass and give me my Far Side.
I was looking. Okay, so Bill Cowher's got 149 wins. Tony Dungy has 139 wins. Dick Vermeil, my former coach, my favorite coach in the world, 126 wins. He's in the Hall of Fame.
That's a lot of wins.
Sean McVay has 92, 103 if you count postseason. It's weird to say, man. Like, if he never coached another down, and I do wonder what his second act is going to be, because he's young. He does this for another 10 years and stops. He's still a young man.
He's 50.
Is he the new Madden?
Might be.
He might be. He might be the new Madden. He's that guy. I think he can absolutely carry it.
But the difference would be, DeMarco, is that Madden didn't coach in the NFL for very long.
You're exactly right.
In your scenario, Sean McVay will have done 20-plus years in the league by that point.
Madden 2.0 then.
Yeah.
McVay. I mean, it could be a video game in his name. Who knows? I mean,
well, he's going to kill it as a broadcaster if that's what he decides to go do.
Slay it. Absolutely. Yeah. A guy he looked up to was in a similar vein. That's weird, the whole Gruden turn. I don't know where I put him now. I don't. I still think he's an innovator. He's one of the greatest coaches we've ever seen.
Really?
To put in that offense, that is the most complicated offense in the world.
Okay.
Like, McVay clinicked with him about offense.
I will take your expertise as the gospel there, but I never got it. I thought it was much more about attitude than it was about tactics.
Well, 2.0, maybe the Chucky thing got away. Maybe how he deals with players, a different deal. And look at some of the teams he coached for. Different deal, different owners. True. You probably got into it, so all that stuff factors in. But, okay, so here's the Far Side for today. It's getting warmer, and we are in Southern California. So that means more people are going to be outdoors, right? Yep. It's hot. It's going to be crazy. So let's try to smile, because we do know when it gets hot, people get confrontational, and then yada, yada, yada. So let's try to smile at people. And the one thing I want to get through, and I'm glad Trudell is here, I don't care if you rooted for Argentina. It doesn't make you a bad guy. And the converse is true, too. Or is it converse or adverse? Converse. The opposite is true.
Yeah, you got it.
Just because I was rooting against them does not make me a bad guy. It's not fighting words. I just didn't want them to win. Is that fair?
Sure.
And now that it's over, we can put all that stuff down, right? That's the one thing I want to go away with the World Cup is the tribalism part. Like, I don't want to get in fights over World Cup now that it's over. You know what I'm saying? Because it's hot outside. And I'm like, I'm glad Spain won. I'm glad they beat Argentina. Yeah, take that, Messi. So I don't want to get,
This is a good topic because there's a very finite balance here. Because on one hand, you do want Duke versus North Carolina, Yankees versus Red Sox, right? Argentina versus Mexico in certain set. Like, you want the rivalries. You want fans to be able to do it respectfully. You don't want it to go over the top where people are being rude, right? For sure. So it's kind of like what we would call sports hate. Like, if you want to have a really aggressive take, but it's within the realm of sports, it's like the game within the game, like The Wire.
Yeah.
It's all in the game. That's fine. So your point is true, but I also don't want to get too far away from encouraging some tribalism, because that's part of the juice that we get in sports.
Of course, yes, but I could care less. I mean, I don't want to say I can care less about Spain. I was just rooting for them because they were against Argentina. That could have been Norway.
Yeah.
That could have been anybody. I just didn't
Holland.
That
Holland.
guy. Is it Holland or
Holland?
Holland, sorry.
It's Holland. It's not Holland.
Holland, but like if the Norwegian pronunciation could be closer to what Laura said. Yeah,
Holland.
Yeah, but I think it's Holland.
Did something happen?
No. We're gonna be like here. We're in Santa Monica. There's gonna be sports bars. We're gonna be hanging out. People are still wearing their World Cup stuff. People are still upset because the World Cup just ended. And like every boxing match we've ever gone to, I said, remember, if your guy wins, celebrate in private, because some people just lost a whole lot of money.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That is a factor. So I don't want my pro-Spaniardness or whatever to upset
Viva España.
Whatever. You know what I'm saying? So,
Tell that to Eagles fans.
Huh?
Tell that to Eagles fans.
I can handle them.
I feel like they're the worst.
Yeah, I can handle Eagles fans. We go way back. DeAndre's one of them. It's still not over, bro.
Oh, DeAndre's not here right now.
Oh, he's not here?
Wilbert's here.
Yeah. As soon as you said Eagles, he was going to play that dang fight song.
Lie, that one.
When the Rams win this year, I'm going to be insufferable. And you know this. Okay, but it did get me thinking. You love movies. I love movies. We love the same type of movies. Give me your top 5 bar fight scenes.
Oh, God.
Right.
You know what I love? Okay, here, I'm going to give you my top 1.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to give you my top. When you said it, it's the first one that popped into my mind, so I'm assuming this is my favorite one. The one in Airplane where the two women are just tearing that bar to pieces.
Going at it.
Just absolutely.
Over the tables?
Over the table, through the windows, down the stairs, off the chandelier. Like that, when you said bar fight, and he keeps still trying to have his drink at the end of the bar while they're on fire.
It's only those two.
It's just those two women beating the snot out of each other.
You got a favorite bar fight scene?
I'm trying to think of, did Jean-Claude Van Damme or Chuck Norris or Steven Seagal crush somebody in a bar?
In Bloodsport. He fought in a Thai bar. Yeah.
Maybe in Bloodsport. Okay, yeah, that's mine.
The trainer made him get drunk and get in a bar fight.
That's mine.
That was a good one.
That's mine.
Okay, so I got Roadhouse.
Okay.
That whole movie's a bar fight.
Basically.
Yeah, okay.
Dalton Connect's named after Dalton from Roadhouse.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yes. It's a fact, yeah.
What say something mean. He needs to improve then. You can't have that name.
So artfully said, I can't even tell you. Well done, Marco.
Have you seen A Bronx Tale?
Oh, of course.
Yes. Yep. Now's You Can't Leave.
Now you's gotta leave.
That is the greatest bar scene of all time.
Or no, sorry. Now you's gotta leave.
Now you's can't leave.
Then now you's can't leave.
Love that.
Locks the door.
Shout out to Jackie Chan and Shanghai Noon.
Okay.
Did some new stuff in a bar fight, but he loved the bar fight. There's one more that I really wanted to bring up.
Is it Casino with Pesci?
That was more of a beating.
Yeah,
that was one-sided.
With the pen?
Yeah, but he's in the bar, and
that's one-sided.
And he takes care of business.
Have you ever seen Take This Job and Shove It? That
a million years. Was that Clint Eastwood?
Nope, it wasn't. It wasn't Clint Eastwood. It was just an old movie. It was one of those type movies.
I remember the movie.
They were playing. It turned into a bar fight, and it's a bunch of dudes. I think they worked in the same plant, so they knew each other. Then they started playing football in the bar with a roll of toilet paper. Right, a real football game inside of a bar. Just one of my favorites.
Were you ever at a bar with, say, a couple of your lineman teammates, and somebody kind of wanted a shot at the title, and they didn't realize maybe the whole crew was there, and they just thought, okay, there's one big guy, maybe we can give him a prop, because you probably get that. People want to try you.
That part when somebody says, I want a shot like Roadhouse, was when I was hanging out with hockey players. With Tony Twist. Right. Yeah, I think I want a shot.
If there are hockey players in the area, just move along.
But I have had teammates go into bars and decide they want to clean the whole thing out.
As the resident Minnesotan, did you have a high school hockey team?
Of course.
Okay, I figured as much.
Yeah.
Do those guys know how to take care of themselves in the high school level? Is that part of the game down there?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you got to be able to fight a little bit.
Okay.
I mean, look, in my part of town, I would say a little bit less than basically the further out of the city and closer to Canada that you get, where hockey is the real way of life. But yeah.
Okay, real quick, the Boondock Saints, the Blues Brothers.
Oh, sure.
Dusk Till Dawn. and one for my grandfather, the Wild Bunch.
Wild Bunch.
What a great bar fight
I
scene.
like that.
Yes.
Sticking with Airplane. All right, that is the Far Side, and we got the mayor of Santa Monica is going to join us coming up next. We're out here in her beautiful city. Caroline Tarosis is going to join us coming up next. It's DeMarco and Trav Trudell's here on a Thursday on 710 ESPN.
Woo, got all worked up. I'm sweating. See, people walking by with fans. It ain't just me, Travis. It's hot out here. There's a lot more people on the road, a lot more kids on the road. So, things happen. Accidents happen. You can get rear-ended. You can get hit. You can make a mistake. Somebody can make a mistake. Look, if something happens, you need to have good people in your corner. That's why you should call my guy, Big Al. If you're in an accident, call this number, 1-800-HURT-123. Don't forget this number, 1-800-HURT-123. Big Al, look, he's been helping people across California for more than 15 years. He's one of us. As a matter of fact, I fully expect him to be walking by at any moment. He's an L.A. native. He's a huge sports fan. He knows about these things. He knows he can help you out, and after a crash, things can get overwhelming. So, like I said, he and his team, they're available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and your first consultation is free. So, look, your first call, if you're hurt, 911. Second call is 1-800-HURT-123. Ask for Big Al. He will take care of you. If you need to find him on the internet, it's attorneybigalca.com. But remember the number. Most important, call this right now. 1-800-HURT-123. Look for my guy, Big Al.
ESPN LA may sound one way on AM.
But you know where it sounds best?
You guessed it, crystal clear digital audio.
Crystal clear digital audio on the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA wherever you get your apps.
And you can always watch LA's mega sports station live or on demand on our YouTube channel at ESPN Los Angeles.
John Ireland here, and when it comes to vodka, I like a winner, and Blue Ice Vodka delivers. America's largest potato vodka. Double gold rated, just 64 calories an ounce, and made from Idaho potatoes. Clean, smooth, no additives. Blue Ice Vodka. Vodka with standards.
Great teams walk in with a playbook, so why face your family's future without one? Globe Life makes protecting the people you love simple, and with Globe Life, it's never been any easier. You can apply for coverage online or with an agent in just minutes. No complicated strategy, just straightforward protection from a name you already trust. Get your free quote today at globelifeinsurance.com. Globe Life, official life insurance of the Los Angeles Lakers.
Do you have trouble getting in and out of the bathtub? Are you afraid you'll slip and fall entering or exiting a tub? Safe Step walk-in tubs can transform your bathtub from an area of concern to a calming refuge. Call them today at 1-800-731-4558 and save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs and showers are proudly made in Tennessee and offer an ultra-low step-in, avoiding that difficult climb over a traditional bathtub wall. They also offer a variety of therapeutic benefits that may help soothe your aching muscles and joints, increasing your mobility, boosting your energy, and improving your sleep. Safe Step walk-in tubs are designed to easily fit your existing tub space and are often installed in as little as one day. Just dial 1-800-731-4558 today to save $1,600 and receive a free shower package. That's 1-800-731-4558 for a free no-obligation consultation and to save $1,600. Safe Step walk-in tubs. Safety never felt so good.
And it is the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show, 4 o'clock hour, the 4 p.m. Waba Grill Happy Hour. Waba Grill's weekday happy hour now starts at 2 p.m. until close and is packed with even more flavor. Choose 5-piece dumplings, original or new chili crisp, or a Boom Boom Taco. Boom Boom Bam! Paired with a value-sized premium Waba beverage, get both for just $5. Only at Waba Grill. The 4 p.m. Waba Grill Happy Hour rolls on the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show on ESPN LA.
In the beautiful city of Santa Monica, which we've talked about quite a bit today. I spent a lot of time here. My grandmother lived right up the street. I got married 837 feet from where we're standing right here. I looked it up, and we are here with Mayor Caroline Tarosis, who was kind enough to bring us down here. Thank you so much for having us.
Well, thank you for being here. I think this is the first ever State of the City where we've had ESPN broadcasting live, so we are so appreciative.
I think this might be our first mayor.
No, we talked to the mayor of Fontana.
We
when
did.
We were out there at the soccer field.
We did.
Yes,
Ontario.
Yes.
We've had royalty on.
And Ontario. Yep.
How's it going so far? It looks like it's been a raging success.
Yeah, so for those who can't see, we have over 60 booths from local community partners. We're really excited to have you. We're very excited to have Golden Voice, who's going to be producing our major beach festival in September. We have resources for the community. We have good vibes. We have sunshine. So I'm loving it. I think this is a great format.
So we were talking, getting ready for the show, and we were doing crosstalk with the show before us, and Steve Mason brought this up. He lives down in Venice, and one of the things that every time there's an event that is happening in greater Southern California, in Los Angeles, whatever it may be, there's a shot of that pier. There's a shot of that side at that
It's
pier.
the money shot.
I was going to say, do you feel like a sense of responsibility to make sure that all the light bulbs are on and everything's working properly for those glamour shots of your city?
I absolutely do.
Yeah.
We were so proud to host folks during the World Cup. It's definitely the money shot that people wanted. We're really, really excited for the Super Bowl coming into the city so we can display that money shot. We're going to reveal our Rose Parade float design. There may or may not be a money shot in there. So, I absolutely feel responsible.
I can't wait for the Super Bowl, obviously, for obvious reasons.
Sure.
How did the World Cup do as far as tourism and bringing people
Well,
down here?
thank you for asking. I'm not competitive, but from what I just received today, Santa Monica did the best in the entire subregion on our hotel occupancy and average daily rate. So I know that sounds, very wonky for your fans, but what I would say is that the World Cup was a rousing success for the city. We saw thousands of new people coming onto our streets. It was so beautiful to see people from all over the world. Some people didn't even speak English, which is great, and they were just coming for the love of the game. And so showcasing our city to all of these new people was really my favorite part of the World Cup.
Mayor Carolyn Torosis is joining us here on the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show. And Mayor, the World Cup was just here. The Super Bowl will be here very, very soon. And obviously your city is going to be a big part of that. How much of what's happening today and what's going to happen over the next several months is leading up to Super Bowl 61?
I think everything that we're doing is leading up to the Super Bowl. But really what's important is what is the legacy that we're leaving behind. We are using these opportunities to activate the city to really effectuate our economic recovery. Because this city, no surprise, like many in Southern California, we were really decimated by COVID. Then the fires happened. It's been tough. And so having these major events, thank you, because it really helps us activate the city. And so everything that we're doing is really to bring community together and get people excited for, many of the events, but of course the Super Bowl, and then after that, the Olympics.
Wouldn't it be cool if, you had an LA team represent LA in the Super Bowl? Wouldn't that be cool?
I would love that.
Yeah.
Let's make it happen.
The right LA team.
Correct.
Or both. Wouldn't that be awesome?
I mean, you get a little
yeah, absolutely.
That would be very, very cool. I mean, I would love, if you gave me a quick tour, if I've never been to Santa Monica, where would you say start? Start here, go there.
Yeah, I mean, I would say we're going to start in the Pico neighborhood, which is kind of the heart of our city. We're going to go to a really authentic restaurant, Gilbert's El Indio, have some great Mexican food. Then we're going to drive.
Can we stop this right now and go?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can we just drop our headsets and get over there right now?
And then we're going to go to Santa Monica Brew Works. I'm not trying to do product placement. I'm not paid by these people, but it is always a fun vibe over at Santa Monica Brew Works. And then we're going to make our way to Big Dean's. We're going to go to the pier. We're going to watch a game, and it's going to be sunshine and sand.
When do I get on the wheel, though? On the way out?
Sure. We'll go to Big Dean's. We'll have a few beers, then we'll get on the wheel.
There we
It'll
go.
Be fun.
Might take more than a few to get me on the wheel. I don't do real great up in high spots. So you're a UCLA alum.
Oh, wow. You
Yes.
looked me up. Yes, I am. Go Bruins.
I do my prep.
Yeah,
I do my prep.
yeah.
Are you excited for your Bruins and what's coming up? They hired a new football coach and everything
I know.
else?
You know what? It was time. It was needed. I have to admit, my husband and I used to be season ticket holders, go to the Rose Bowl every weekend the Bruins were playing. It's been a few years because we're hoping they're going to come back this year, and it's going to be a good year for us across all the sports. But, I'm excited.
I hate to, just burst your bubble. It's going to be
gonna
be a while.
Could be a building
Hopefully not a
Could be a
rebuilding
building
year.
year.
We do not want a rebuilding year. We've had enough.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So, how did you get into local government? How did you, get, I know that you
Great
have
question.
a day job, but
Yep.
this is also a pretty big job as well.
Look, I think that government needs to be accountable and it needs to work for our residents. And our number one responsibility is a city that's clean, that's safe, that's fun, that's affordable. And so I believe in that. I'm a lawyer by training. I'm the first person in my family who ever voted in a U.S. election.
Wow.
And that really stuck with me. Like, I just feel this sense of responsibility. If we can, I use my law degree in a way that, puts forward laws that actually help people. And
did you grow up in Santa Monica?
I did not. I grew up in the San Francisco Bay Area.
Okay.
And I love Santa Monica. I'm sorry.
No, that's where he's from.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, go
Yeah.
49ers.
Yeah, no,
you said the wrong thing.
No, not that. Yeah.
But I mean, back to UCLA. I'm here because of UCLA. I just fell in love with Southern California, and I'm absolutely a convert and a transplant, and Santa Monica is the best city on earth.
How could you be the first person in your family to vote?
Well, this is not that exciting, but my parents are Canadian, and they only became Greek Canadians.
Yeah.
They only became citizens like a couple of years ago. Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Did somebody suggest to you that you should go into politics?
Absolutely not. I just am a really, precocious individual who always feels like I need to stand up and do the right thing. So, I'm the first person in my family that ever did anything like this.
How active is your community here? Do you get a lot of community involvement?
So active.
Yeah.
Have you heard about the People's Republic of Santa Monica?
Like I said, my grandmother lived in Santa Monica for 60 years. I'm very familiar.
The what?
The
People's Republic of Santa Monica?
Yeah.
That's a real thing?
There was rent. Is there still rent control?
There's still rent
here?
control. I mean, it's rent stabilization, but
Okay.
70% of our constituents are renters, so we have really strong renter protections. And how involved are people? So involved. One of our last council meetings, we had over 100 people commenting on just one item. So I think that I really appreciate living in a place that's so engaged and intelligent, but it means we have tough conversations and we have them publicly.
Have you ever done a debate?
Always.
Always?
Always debating. I mean, maybe that's why I like this. I started in the debate club in 6th grade, and I haven't stopped.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, when you're really going at it with someone, like when it's over, do you shake hands?
I always try to. I think that none of this should be personal, and that's what's wrong, I think, in this country.
So hard.
I know,
So
it's
hard.
so hard. Like, we should all respect each other. We all can disagree, but at the end of the day, it's not personal. It's policy.
Yeah, I was rooting against Argentina. See?
Yeah,
there you go.
exactly.
How excited are you to have you just had the World Cup. You mentioned the Olympics are coming up in 2028. I was here in 84 when the Olympics came through for the first time, and I like not to repeat, but my grandmother lived right off San Vicente Boulevard up here.
Amazing.
And I remember watching the Olympic marathon come down San Vicente Boulevard and hook that left before coming back to the Coliseum, and just being a part of all of these big events. Because, L.A., I think for people outside of Los Angeles, they think of it basically from like Thousand Oaks to Orange County. They don't make the distinction. But for those of us that are locals here, like getting little pieces of the action in your actual community is a very big deal.
Yeah, and I don't hold me to it, and I don't think LA28 would want me to say this, but I do think we're going to see a little triathlon action over here on the west side. How important is it? So important. We want to be a community that's welcoming, so we've already signed the Swiss House. They're going to be taking over Camera Obscura on our bluffs on Palisades Park. We're in conversations with several of their country. Club France is taking over our public beach, Annenberg Community Beach House. They will be there for the duration. And there's at least 4 other countries that we're talking with, and stay tuned to our council agendas. I think there's going to be some really exciting announcements very soon about what's happening on the pier.
All right.
Because again, like you said, that's the money shot. But yeah, I think it's an opportunity for everyone to be out in community. That was my favorite thing about the World Cup. People might not be going to the actual games, but they're all watching together and celebrating together. And that's what's really important for me as a community leader.
I'm intimidated. The band hadn't played one note since she sat down.
She's in charge. She's the boss.
Even the music got turned down. Everything. You're not a Niners fan, are you?
I mean,
say no. Yeah.
Look, I'm a San Jose Sharks fan. If we're really
now she's done it twice now, Marco.
Wow.
I'm a hockey fan. We have my family over here. Yes, go Sharks. And like I said, they're from Canada, so we can't not like the NHL.
Yeah. I'm a Ducks fan.
Yeah, you got him again.
Okay.
Carolyn, we could, like you said, it's not personal. We could figure it out. Mayor Carolyn Torrosis is joining us here. So you mentioned it a second ago. Precocious. You like government. Is Mayor of Santa Monica like the big job, or are there bigger jobs? Are there Senate jobs? Are there gubernatorial jobs?
That is crazy. No, I think we always go where we can to do the most good for the community, and Santa Monica Mayor is the pinnacle, man. And like you mentioned, this is not a full-time job, so my full-time job is in local government, and I think just being able to help people in any way that we show up, it doesn't matter about the title, it really matters about the work.
I was looking at your family when you said that. They were like, "Yeah, that's right."
Yeah, good.
You're good. They want you home.
My sister, my husband, my dad. Yeah, it's
Hello.
great.
You got the whole crew out here today.
Yep.
The whole
all
crew
potential
for sure.
Rams fans. There you
yes,
go. See?
all potential Rams
there you go,
fans
right
here, right?
Yeah.
No, my dad's going to say absolutely not. He still lives in the Bay Area.
Yeah, he's got to go home.
Yeah,
he's got to go home. He's got to make sure that he gets in there safe and sound. Mayor Carolyn Tarosa is having us here in Santa Monica. Thank you so much for having us to your wonderful
Thanks
city.
for being here. We really appreciate you.
It's great to be here.
Stay
Thank
cool.
you so much. We got a nice shade, and Marco, get ready. The band's going to fire up again now
Right.
that
See?
the mayor
They're waiting.
is done for sure. Don't forget that your dad's not going to want to listen to this. But everyone else, tune in tonight, 6 to 9, for a special Rams Revealed live broadcast on 710 and the ESPN LA app and on YouTube. Cappy and Geeter have you live from the YouTube Theater, talking to Rams legends like Eric Dickerson, Jackie Slater, and Kevin Demoff. There may even be a big announcement as well. Tune in to find out. That was fun.
I would hate to be on the other side of a conversation there.
You know, I was a political science major tomorrow.
Really? I can tell.
Yeah.
You were locked in there.
I love
well, there you
talking
go.
about
You
that
should have
stuff.
went in the government.
No, I don't. I don't have the speed for that. I like
the
to talk
temperament.
that too. We'll get into the Lakers and what LeBron may have coming up next. It's DeMarco. It's Travis. It's 710 ESPN live from Santa Monica.
Coming up tonight at 6 p.m. after DeMarco and Travis, live from Santa Monica, it is Cappy and Geeter. That's right, the summer of Geeter keeps rolling on. Live from YouTube Theater for Rams Revealed tonight. Special guests, special announcements. Rams Revealed, live from YouTube Theater. Listen on 710 a.m., the all-new ESPN LA app, or watch it on YouTube. Scott Kaplan, Chris Geeter McGee, Rams Revealed. Tonight at 6 p.m., right here on your home of Rams football, ESPN LA.
Call Jacob.
Hey, it's Mace.
And I'm Ireland.
After a crash, you are on the spot. You got to make the right decisions.
So count on peace of mind. Count on Jacob. Here's what I mean. 800-345-6789. Mace, you just count to 9.
Exactly. Count on a plan. Count on a team that moves fast. Count on Jacob.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob 1-800-345-6789. Call Jacob.
Ma said that if I win the Chevy Silverado at Morongo, I'll finally have a place to sleep after dinner. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
We're giving away a Chevy Silverado truck. You could drive off a winner the 26th.
Number 2.
Don't pay high prices for gas. Morongo's Travel Center prices are the lowest priced gas around.
And the number 1 reason.
The hottest nighttime pool party in SoCal. Flamingo Fridays is on.
Morongo, good times.
Drip Drop is doctor-developed, proven fast hydration that helps your body and mind work better. Trusted by firefighters, medical professionals, and over 90% of top college and pro sports teams. Drip Drop is engineered to hydrate faster and more effectively than water alone, with 3 times the electrolytes of leading sports drinks. Stock up now at dripdrop.com and use promo code RADIO20 for 20% off your first order. That's dripdrop.com, promo code RADIO20.
Hey, it's Wendy here. Are you looking to rebound from your high-interest credit card debt? A SoFi personal loan could help. Consolidate your debt with a SoFi personal loan into one low monthly payment, and you could save money on interest over time. And with as soon as the same day funding, you could hit the ground running ASAP. Apply today with no fees required at SoFi.com/debt rebound. Loans originated by SoFi Bank. NA member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891. Fast funds terms apply at SoFi.com/debt rebound.
And it's a special edition today of the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show, along with Mike Trudell, live from Santa Monica's summer event, State of the City 2026, from realignment to renaissance, as we prepare for Super Bowl 61 and ESPN Beach coming to Santa Monica. Once again, back to Santa Monica and back to the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show on ESPN LA.
See, this is how you know a politician is charming and effective.
Okay.
That she was able to tell you that she was a Niners fan and tell me that she was a San Jose Sharks fan, and we still enjoyed our conversation.
Yes, and we bought it.
It kind of goes back to what we were talking about. Like, when she said it, I looked at you, and she said, "Go Niners," and I'm like, Hold on.
I heard that. I like compartmentalized. She got back to the question.
She did. Well, she pivoted very quickly as a skillful politician.
Great word.
Yes.
Okay, so you were talking to him about his Minnesota Vikings fandom.
Yeah. So
because I love this.
Take me through this, Trudell. You're a Vikings fan. Grew up in Minnesota. Root for your hometown team. I
love your Vikes, right?
Most people do.
Skol.
How long have you lived in L.A.?
Since 2008.
Okay, so you're closing in on 20 years.
Yes, about the same time as I lived in Minnesota.
Okay.
At this point.
So,
which is crazy.
Have the Rams sucked you into like their? And it's hard to just say I'll be a fan of this, but have you kind of like? I know you're a Vikes guy, but because they're good, because the stadium's good, because they have star players, because they have a mega star coach, do you kind of find yourself like? Yeah, man, I'm kind of into this, too, because that's what I think what you're always talking about is like getting people that may have had a team and getting them to it. Maybe not become Rams fans party number one, but at least add them to the list of things you care about.
So the short answer is no.
Okay.
The more complicated answer I could acknowledge a little bit. And here's why I think the NFL is a little bit different than other sports. It's just so easy to follow your team when they play once a week. For only, I guess it was 16 for a while. Now it's 17, and then maybe they make the playoffs. So and it's the same thing with my kids. It's like they are more Vikings fans because they see how excited my wife and I will get for a game on the weekend relative to I have definitely adopted the Dodgers more so than the Twins because I watch them every night. Or at least it's on in the background in the offseason.
The distance is hard,
and I can't. Yeah, and I'm not going to get the package to watch the Twins. I've like if the Twins met the Dodgers in the World Series, I would root for the Twins. But since that'll never happen, the Twins will never get back to the World Series.
Run back 1959,
87 and 91, right? That was the last time a team from Minnesota. So the Dodgers they live in the World Series, and my kids who are born here, right? The Lakers, the Dodgers are a birthright. But for them, I kind of was clear. I was like, look, you guys flirt a little bit with the Rams. Take a look at the Chargers. You're from L.A. Like, so if you guys want to be divorced of the Vikings, I get it, right? And you are certainly free.
Okay.
Yeah, and again, like, if I would root for the Rams against certain teams, but my complications are I have a buddy who works in the NFL, and so this is why for this season I said it's complicated. Cliff Kingsbury. I've told the story before. He was my quarterback in NFL Europe. Greatest guy ever. Didn't let me pay for a single thing because he knew I was young and broke. He had been in New England with Brady for a little bit. Just the greatest guy ever. Sweet guy. So, he's out here now. And so I'm like, okay, so wherever he has been, that's a team that I root for if they're not playing the Vikings. So that's one. Then I interned for the Baltimore Ravens. I still have a very close friend who is now like a VP over there. So okay, if they're not playing the Vikings or the team that Kingsbury is working for, that's one. And then my entire mom's side of the family is from Buffalo, which is where I was born. And they are all obsessed with the team more so than any of my other family members or friends.
Your mom ever jumped through a table at a tailgate?
You don't have a choice there.
Yeah. I've asked her about it. She has declined.
Yeah, that means yes.
But all of my cousins and uncles, yes. So that I hope that's probably the long answer. But I definitely appreciate and respect the Rams, and I've always loved McVay. And so but it's. Since it's so easy to follow the Vikings, I feel like I can't get fully divorced.
That's true. It's a hard deal, but the guy we met before we started the show, he said he's been a Ram fan since he was a little kid, even when they went to St. Louis, so he never chose another team. He said his house even split. His father and his brother went for the 49ers.
Okay.
He could never do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I get both sides. But I would say this. You said you spent half your life here.
Yeah.
This is your football team. I mean,
but
you are
not emotionally.
You're getting your mail, you're paying your bills and your taxes.
It's not
here.
a logical decision.
I'm just saying that is your squad, and the door is always open. I don't think you have to give up your fandom.
No, I don't either. But I think this is why, and this is a compliment to the Rams. I think that they have grown roots the way that they have in the little over a decade that they've been here. Is as good and as deep as you could have possibly have hoped for in what is a relatively short period of time, right?
Tough soil, man.
The Dodgers have been here forever, since the 50s. The Lakers have been here forever, since the 50s, I think, as well. USC has been here for forever, right? So that is one of those things. You come up through here, you just do it. The Rams were here, but then they left, and I'll use myself as the example. I was a Rams fan as a kid. I was all in when they left. I'm like, I'm not rooting for a team that's not here. I'm not doing that. So but unlike some other guys, I didn't pick a different team. I just kind of watched the league from a distance, and now that they're back, it was easy to jump right back in.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that next group, your children, is when that SoFi Stadium is going to be filled with blue.
Well, that's why I'm happy you gave him the choice.
Yeah.
I was when you were talking about it, I'm like, I hope he gave him a choice to like a different team than what Dad likes. Or did you force them to be Vikings fans? Force them to be Niners fans? You know?
No. Yeah. The fact that they were born here, and in fact, the twins were born just up the road in the hospital around the corner here in Santa Monica. So yeah, they have the freedom. Now they do not have the freedom to root for the Clippers. not that they would, right? Not that they would.
They're not crazy.
Yeah, they just aren't that. And they do not have the freedom to choose a different Premier League team other than Manchester United.
Okay,
that I have made very clear. But yeah, the Vikings, they on Sundays. And here's the other dirty little secret, and I don't know how many football fans this applies to, but I usually have Red Zone channel on, and I'm following all of my fantasy teams in the way that Travis said he doesn't like to be bothered during certain baseball games. Like, if it's football Sunday, I need to have my iPad up, I need to have my phone up with the other league, I need to have Red Zone on, and then if the Vikings are playing within that window, I'm almost annoyed because I want. So that's on the main one, but then I'm still following everything else. So your point is well taken though about the Rams.
I just wish that, like, when you go, you talked about Buffalo and how crazy it is. You have no choice but to be a Buffalo fan.
Yeah, it's the only team in town other than the Sabres. Yeah,
there are no Patriot fans in Buffalo.
Right.
They're all Bills.
Exactly. Yep.
Going into Pittsburgh, there are nothing but Steeler fans in Pittsburgh. I would love it for one time. It would be L.A. against the world in football.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That would be awesome. Yeah. Where you walk into a true home field advantage.
I totally agree with you. I think that the difference between Buffalo and Pittsburgh and other cities like Buffalo and Pittsburgh relative to L.A. is LA's got 20 million people.
Yeah,
those
are more towns.
Yeah, they come from Buffalo and Pittsburgh, and they carry those allegiances here, whereas even though there are plenty of L.A. sports fans here, there's also transplants from every other city.
But the long-timers, like you said, he spent half his life here. That's what the long-timers. You're basically the mayor. You're basically a Californian now. You know what I mean? Why not jump in? And this is the cool thing. The team's actually pretty good. Yeah. It's actually fun to go to the games.
Yeah.
You know?
Always good.
But when I was in Houston, I didn't root for the Astros. I didn't root for the Rockets like that. I don't care about those teams. I lived there for a while. I don't have the feels.
But if you spent 20 years there, maybe 25 years,
never the Astros. Maybe the
even
Rockets after a half a century might have worn me down.
Well, but do this though. Fast forward 50 years from now. And I get it; it's a long time. But to Travis's point, like since they left, that broke the connection that the Dodgers have, that the Lakers have. But if they're here to stay, and I think they are, right. So it's only going to grow exponentially, of
course,
right. And so this is the low, right? It's not going to get lower. It's only going to go up.
The floor just keeps raising.
Eventually, I keep saying, and I keep messing with Greg Bergman. Eventually, the Rams are going to starve you guys out. The Raiders are in Vegas.
The Raiders.
It'll take forever.
Raider fans will take what I'm about to say as a compliment. Raider fans are cockroaches. You can never get rid of them. You can never get rid of them. And I mean it as a compliment.
Don't call John Ireland a cockroach.
No, he would understand what I'm saying.
He's not a real fan.
Raider fans are Raider fans. Whether they're in Oakland, whether they're in Los Angeles, whether they're in Vegas, they could move to Timbuktu, and Raider fans are rooting for the Raiders no matter what.
I get you, but we can cut some of them, at least cut it in half.
You heard what he did. He forced it. You don't think Raider fans are
of
brainwashing their
dyed
children?
In the wool. I grew up a Raider fan. I know, dyed in the wool. The other thing with San Francisco, that whole phenomenon, it's the Rams' job to make that logo down here look silly.
Yeah.
Because right now they still think they're better.
Yeah.
They still have the pride. They can pump out their chest. We still beat you. Shanahan still owns McVay. So it's their job to make that logo not wearable down here, to make them the Clippers down here.
Well, they're the team right now that I think has the best opportunity to really kind of just juice it. Because if this team is as good as we think they are, if this team goes back to the Super Bowl again, if they win another Super Bowl, if Matthew Stafford has another dynamic year, if Myles Garrett goes out there and gets 20 sacks, if Puka Nacua catches 15 touchdowns, or whatever it is, they're just fun. It's not. It's not even necessarily that they're just really fun to watch.
Exciting ball,
and they catch your attention, and that's how you do it. If you're 8 years old, it's like, oh, that's the guy that scores all the touchdowns. I like that guy.
Yeah.
And then the next thing you know, they're a really good team. It's easy to like them. Now you're off to the races for the next.
Here's the
50
crappy
years.
thing for the Rams. Let's say they go and win a Super Bowl this year.
Yeah.
They become Super Bowl champion. If they struggled against the Niners, you still have a Niner problem.
Oh yeah.
So you need to win, number one, but you need to bury them at the same time. You know what I mean? They can't even be close.
I know.
Yeah.
The problem is those Niner people keep coming south. Like
you got to make them not want to come.
Live
right.
amongst us. You know, one of them, is one of the producers on the morning show.
Yes.
He's there with his poncho. He's not changing his mind.
If they get beat 25 times in a row, you won't hear about them.
This is also
they beat us, huh?
No, it's just this is also the unique challenge of the NFL. It's part of what makes it great as well, but if it's just one game a year, one weekend a year, it's different in baseball when the Giants and the Dodgers play 17 times or whatever it is, right? And then you're like, all right, like, yes, you may get a night or two at Dodger Stadium where there's a bunch of Giants fans, but for the most part, right, you're not having people just go every single time. Whereas if the Niners are going to play in SoFi once a year, it's impossible to keep and same thing with the Steelers.
Yep.
Same thing with the Packers.
Yeah. Cowboys.
Same, even like
Cowboys.
So I went to the Vikings game. Was it 2 years ago or last year? I think it was
two years
ago. And, it was like, I don't know, 60-40 Rams, but, like, there was a good – I'm like, damn, I didn't know there were this many Vikings fans.
Oh, yeah?
And a lot of them they just flew out. They're like, oh, because LA is such a great vacation destination.
Yeah.
So they'll do that to an extent in Vegas as well. So the question is kind of how do the players take that, right? Is it just a little bit more motivation? Is it frustrating? All of the above?
I think you just kind of understand what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I would weave that into my speech if I'm Sean McVay. This is part of your job. If you hate that as much as I do, then you must go out there and annihilate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the Niners know it. They understand what it feels like, and they want to keep it going.
It's a great rivalry. And
it is.
I hope that it gets lopsided, but I hope that the rivalry is always there. Like, the Giants won 3 World Series in the early part of the 2010s, and it was miserable being a Dodger fan.
Yeah.
I have Giants fans in my life. They won 3 World Series in 5 years, and it's like, this isn't a lot of fun. And now it's like, okay, we've got 3 in 5 years, looking for number 4 in 6, and it's just like you kind of you dance on their graves.
Padres fans haven't been having a great.
They're not allowed at the table. They're not at the big.
I was going to ask you that.
Well, but they're kind of like with Cappy. I always joke about this. It's like they're like kind of trying to be, but haven't actually done anything.
You've got those big family Thanksgivings where everybody sits at the main table, and then the
little table over there, the card table.
They're in the kitchen on the card table.
Okay,
they're
so
fine.
in Casa de Rogers, when we're growing up, Dad, I want to be a Padres fan.
My dad's a sports fan, but he's not a sports fan.
No.
Dad.
Your son, Dad, I want to be a Padres fan.
Yeah, I would say go ahead, see how that goes for you.
Okay, Dad, I want to be a Giants fan.
Go ahead, see how that goes.
Okay,
for you.
all right.
Yeah, it will be miserable because you have to watch me stare at that TV with the Dodger game on every night and tell you how bad your team is.
It would be miserable.
Yeah, I'm gonna do psychological warfare.
I got you.
I'm not gonna force you into it. I'm just gonna make it so it's just an easier choice. It's just you just have to come along.
Do you think you can name more Rams or Vikings? Current players.
Vikings.
Right now? Okay. All right.
Yeah. I mean, but the Rams certainly have more known players, like just nationally known players. But I can go pretty well through the Vikings.
I love the A's. I don't know who's playing for them. I know a bunch of Dodgers though.
Yeah.
I've become a Dodgers fan.
Yeah, the A's are.
Well, and also as part of your job, talking about the Dodgers
every day,
every other day.
Yes.
Yeah. That's
talk about Shea Langoliers if you'd like.
We
could get into that. We could get into the Nick Kurtz. He's a good player.
Want to talk about him?
Yeah,
okay.
we could
there
do
you go.
Nick Kurtz. But what we're going to do is a little tip or no tip,
Let's
which
go.
is coming up next. We're live here in Santa Monica for the State of the City. An incredible scene out here, right out in front of the Santa Monica Pier, not far, of course, the ocean, just 2 blocks from here, maybe 3 blocks away. Just
2 blocks, yeah.
Just a fantastic moment. A little tip or no tip is coming up next.
Coming up Friday morning on the Sedano and Cap Morning Show, 7 a.m. on ESPN LA. While Cappy will be coming off Rams Reveal Thursday night. What did the Rams reveal? ... We'll find out all the details, all the pageantry of how it went with Cappy and Geeter on Thursday night. Plus, Beto Duran, the Cisco Kid, will be with us. It's a Schwanzaholic Friday morning in the summer of Schwanz, Jack.
The summer of Schwanz.
Gregory Arthur Bergman, producer Lindsay Baseball, the social team in the back, and you join us 7 a.m. Friday morning to put a smile on your face. The Sedano and Cap Morning Show on ESPN LA.
John Ireland here. You want a vodka that's championship caliber? Look for Blue Ice Vodka at Ralph's, America's largest potato vodka. Double gold rated, just 64 calories an ounce. Classic, Huckleberry, or double espresso. Blue Ice Vodka. Vodka with standards.
Tired of watching life from the bench? It's time to get in the game. Globe Life is looking for people who want more than just a job. Set your own schedule and help families protect what matters most. No experience? No problem. Training is provided, and you don't need anything to get started. It's not a desk job, it's a shot at building your legacy on your own terms. Your road to the championship starts at GlobeLifeCareers.com. Globe Life, official life insurance of the Los Angeles Lakers.
Introducing our new Chili Crisp Dumplings, a spicy twist on a Waba favorite. Bold, crunchy, and tossed and fiery. Chili Crisp. That's our new Chili Crisp Dumplings. Get them today, only at Waba Grill. It's for you.
Every 40 seconds, a child is reported missing. That's 2,000 children every single day. It's a heart-wrenching reality that we can no longer ignore. Find the Children is a non-profit organization dedicated to helping find missing kids. You can be a part of their mission by donating your unwanted vehicle, running or not. Call 1-800-294-0222. We guarantee that you will receive the maximum tax deduction. We provide fast, free pickup with 24-hour response. Call 1-800-294-0222. Find the Children provides crucial resources to help find missing children and educational materials to teach kids how to recognize and avoid predators. Our recovery programs have a proven track record of reuniting kids with their families. It's time to act. Donate your unwanted or unused car. Help us build a world where every child is safe. Pick up the phone and call 1-800-294-0222. Together, we can bring these kids home safely. This advertisement was paid for in partnership with Cars R Us and Find the Children.
And it is the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show. 4 o'clock in the Southland. You know what that means. Time for Tip or No Tip. Tip or No Tip. With producer Laura. Tip or No Tip time. Take it away, producer Laura.
All right, thanks, Chris. I'm excited. I'm near the beach. I love the beach, so I'm a happy camper right now.
It's a beautiful afternoon.
It is.
Yeah.
It's
Do you get
not
in the ocean
super
when you go?
Huh?
Do you get in the ocean when you go?
I used to, not so much because of like bad knees. You know, it takes a while to get there. But I was a big go to the like ocean at night person.
Oh, really?
I loved driving down, especially when I lived in West Covina, driving down and just kind of clearing my head and then hearing the ocean.
I got a new
waves.
job idea for the beach. We can carry people to the ocean. The people that
I'm a big girl, bro.
That's all right.
I'm a big girl. That's a tough
carry people to the ocean, put you in, I'll carry you back.
That's
$20.
What do you try? I was just going to say,
$20. That's easy.
That's a good deal.
That's a great deal.
There you
You're
go.
going to get like a papoose and put them on your back? Or how you
Yeah,
gonna do
something.
it?
Yeah, it'd be part of the job.
Yeah.
Get work out at the same time. Let's
Trudell,
go.
what would you charge for that fee?
Not that.
service,
Probably
I
a little
should
more than
quite a bit more, I think. Yeah.
I agree. That's a
Well,
bargain.
I mean, look, I have to
Bargain.
do this sometimes with my 5-year-old, right? Just depending on how long we've been out there.
What if I was looking for a carry?
You were looking for a carry?
Might turn that over to somebody else.
We'd need like no. We need about 500.
Wow.
500.
By the way,
Wow.
Yeah.
See, to get to the beach and
That's a lot.
no stress. All right.
Okay, so this is also a bargain. So a 19-year-old paid listen to this, okay, because it might get me to go back to thrifting. A 19-year-old paid just over $3 for an old Lakers worn jacket that he found at Goodwill near Portland. Turns out it was a game-worn Wilt Chamberlain warm-up jacket from the Lakers' 1972 NBA Finals championship run. The jacket sold for auction. It was authenticated, and it was sold for auction for almost $90,000.
Wow.
Turning a $3 investment into a $90,000 payday. So,
Damn.
Tip or no tip, thrift stores are still one of the best places to find hidden treasures. Should I go with you?
Tip. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm gonna hate on it for a second as a no tip. Because I'll give stuff when I give stuff away and old stuff. I want it to be given away to somebody else, even if it's at a discount. And I get it. There needs to be some operating costs involved and all that. But so that's the only part of it. Again, just $3. So I'm being picky. on this one, but I would rather just give it away fully. Now, I can't deny the value of the investment here. I would say that sounds kind of like a 1 in a million type of situation.
Apparently, the kid spotted it, too. He knew
that.
exactly what it was.
Yes.
Like, he saw it, and he's like, holy
So is this like a frequent thrift store shopper who looks for stuff like that?
Yes, he is a reseller, so he knows what to do.
Then I like it even less. Okay. Again, I think of Goodwill as like, okay, hey, I've got some extra stuff, right?
Else.
And exactly, I'm trying to help somebody else. Instead, you're going in there basically with a predatory mindset.
Yeah.
In that case, like, how about I would love some of that 90. Wait, how much you sell?
90,000.
Almost 90,000.
Love to see like a little bit of that go to some people that out in a couple blocks away from us that don't have any clothes.
You have a good heart. I like that. Yeah, I'm keeping all that 90 for me. But I did wonder, like, which one of the 10,000 like left that thing out somewhere? Like, how did that wind up in a thrift store?
Yeah,
he must have left it somewhere.
Well, so you have a wife who organizes, right?
Yeah.
Like, she takes things out. So I've been thinking about grabbing somebody to help me because I have a lot of stuff. So maybe that's how it ended, like someone that was helping.
That's what I mean. One of those 10,000 people he hung out with. He might have left the warm-ups over there. Like, which one? How did it wind up in the...
First of all, I believe it was 20,000.
Or whatever. You know what I mean? That's even better. How did it wind up in the...
So tip or no tip?
Oh, tip, definitely. Funny. I would love to go in, but is it a bad thing if you go into a Goodwill store?
No.
Okay.
Why? It's like, so when I was growing up, it was like, oh, you were going to Goodwill. It wasn't a good look, right? But now it's like a trend.
My daughter goes all the time.
Yeah, it's a trend now.
Oh, okay, let's go there.
Yeah, she goes all the time, and she's looking for vintage things mostly. That stuff that
especially where we might be missing out on some money over there. Hockey sweaters, stuff. Yeah, absolutely.
Also, the fact that, like, my niece is 20 years old, and she goes to Goodwill to find vintage stuff, and it's, like, stuff from when I was growing up. And I was like, I hate you.
Bad news for you.
I hate you so
That's
bad.
vintage.
Oh, God.
Yeah, like in the 2000s and stuff, it's called vintage. And I was like, shut up.
If I find a pair of Sassoon jeans,
some Jabot
jeans. There you go. That's right.
Jordache.
I'm in.
Sergio Valente.
There we go. Let's go.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so I hope I don't butcher this, but the Chicago White Sox, have a moonshot sushi pop-up. So basically, remember like the pop-up, like
push-up,
the push-up popsicles?
Yeah, sure.
So now they have like sushi rolls popping up. So you can buy that at the park.
How about that?
I am not a fan of this, but I want to know, tip or no tip? If you guys saw this at the ballpark, you guys would try it.
Oh, no tip.
That's a no tip for me. Sorry.
Hard no tip for me. Yeah. Look, I have a very specific set of sushi rules, and that meets none of them.
Pop-up sushi is not on there?
Pop-up is not. I need to be close to a body of water if I'm eating sushi.
There.
I'm not. I'd like to see it before it is served to me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I like the sushi bar.
But it's rice, right? Or is it wrapped?
Push it up. I think it's just like, remember those old like yogurt things we used to have?
Isn't the rice sticky?
Yes, I don't know.
They have to have a way
they got
to
the
do
little,
it.
they put a little shell or whatever.
Yeah.
Like
shell,
okay.
I'm never going to find out.
I have a bite of yours. I'm not buying one, though.
Nope.
Yeah.
Hard pass.
No, I'm not trying to hate on it, but I don't want to get sick. It doesn't look appetizing when I saw the picture. It just, the packaging was cool, but anything inside, I'm
Easy
out.
no.
I'm out. All right, so this one was interesting to me. I love to hate on the Powerball jackpot just because I never win it, but I also don't play. But for the first time in Win International, with the players outside of the United States able to participating beginning last night's drawing. So tip or no tip? It's called the U.S. Powerball. It should stay only for U.S. residents.
I'm a no tip on this. I hope this doesn't sound annoying, but I'm of the school that thinks that this is basically a poor tax, and people that are putting their money in like this are essentially just wasting it instead of using it to find a way to bring value. And when one person wins, a lot of times it ends up not going great anyway, because then everyone else in their life is trying to get a hold of that. So I am not big on the whole lottery system and think it ends up sort of increasing the wealth gap between the rich and the poor. So, yeah, hopefully, again, that doesn't sound too annoying, but not a fan of it.
Santa Monica.
Dude. Right. Wow.
That's how I feel. It's my honest opinion.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
100%.
Whoever wants to play the lottery, go ahead. I have I think I've probably bought maybe 3 or 4 scratch tickets in my life. I've never bought a lotto ticket. I never plan on buying a lotto ticket, but if you'd like to, I hope good luck. I hope you win.
I think I've done it once or twice.
Yeah.
Well, I was just reading an article about gold mining, essentially, right? The gold rush and people flocking west to the mountain. And even that, what ended up happening was it was this promise of, okay, if you go out there and you strike gold, you become rich. Well, no, what happens is that the big companies that owned the mines then got rich, and you might get a small, tiny percent of it that then went away. And again, rich get richer, poor stay poor, and middle class somewhere in between. So this is just an extension of that. It's the lottery. It's you could strike rich. You could get it. That's different from my fantasy league where there are 14 players, and I can probably finish in the top 3 if I just pay more attention to the football.
You spun it back to that?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm out on the gold rush and lottery tickets.
I saw something on Twitter that made me think about you.
And screw the Niners, by the way.
No, just about the lottery and the whole thing. It's a funny story. So the guy and the woman got divorced at 9 a.m. At 12 o'clock, he buys a lottery ticket and hits $250 million, and she tried to sue him for the money.
They're not married anymore.
That he had to go to court and say that. It was just funny. Why
did you think of me?
Here's the opposite.
Okay, you're always on the other side.
Here's the opposite.
We're always fighting over that stuff.
I have a friend that won the lottery. He won the California lottery. They put everybody throw in $5 every Friday. They were in his office.
Okay. What was his experience with it? I'm curious.
So it got split by like 100 people. So he ended up getting several 100,000 instead of millions, and he still has all the money.
There you go.
Yeah.
He's a smart guy.
Yeah.
Smart dude.
And continued to work, still working today. Actually works for the state of California. But like, it happened. It doesn't happen often, but like,
there was another story where same thing, but the guy stiffed him and left.
Yeah.
Left the country.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a bone to pick now with you, Far. I'm not even going back to tip or no tip, and I have a lot. Why did you think that I would go the other way? I'm the girl that's out.
No, I see you as the judge because the judge let her have it.
No, that's why I'm mad, and I have a bone to pick because I'm the girl that's like, get a prenup, get your money, secure your money.
You were like the judge. The judge was like, "Are you out of your mind?" Yeah, it was funny. That's why.
But the judge sided with the guy or the girl?
The guy.
Oh, okay. I thought you. Okay, I was like, hold on.
But the guy. Yeah.
Bad timing. Ex-wife.
Right. There you go.
Yeah, girl. Bye.
9 o'clock, 12 o'clock.
Yeah, girl. That ain't your money. All right, I'll have one more for you guys. So I'm not sure if you guys saw, but the NBA 2K has named Victor Wembanyama, Caitlin Clark, and Derrick Rose as the cover athletes for the new NBA 2K. So the one for Wemby, though, it's the standard edition cover athlete. But for the first time ever, it's featuring 2 of his teammates, which some people loved, other people didn't. So I want to know, tip or no tip, you guys are okay with it being more than one player in it?
I assume it's Harper and Castle?
Yeah, you can't even see their faces. It's literally like their arms. People were like,
did they push Fox out for that? Did they get Harper in over Fox? I'm cool with it. It's fine. I mean, Wemby's still the main draw, and there's no. I don't think any of us are going to argue that he isn't ready for it.
Oh, you can't really make out who it is.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Well, let me get a little closer because I think that looks like. So to the right is Devin Vassell. That's Devin Vassell's face, and to the left, that looks like Dylan Harper.
Yeah, but you'd have to, and I'd say this as a compliment to you, Trudell. You'd have to be Mike Trudell to know that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's not a 3-person cover.
No,
that's a 1-person cover.
It's Wemby, right? Exactly.
That's Wemby.
I should, if that's even like good basketball, even for some Spurs fans might be like, wait, is that?
Yeah.
That's a
Wemby.
It's
cover.
Wemby.
I wouldn't even know their teammates. Yeah.
That's just the photo
I don't have
they
a
saw.
problem having your teammates in the picture with you.
Yeah.
Like if go back to my favorite Laker teams. Like if Magic Johnson had been in the center and Michael Cooper and Byron Scott were on the sides, great. I don't care if Magic's like the featured player, but if James Worthy and AC Green are on there, awesome, let's do it.
Right. Yeah, no problem with that.
Yeah.
It's all good.
You live your whole life to get on a video game, and that's all you get.
Well, at least I get like a per-side profile.
Right.
But
they got my nose in there.
That's why people were upset, to your point, Travis, because they're like, they're not needed.
Either put them in or crop them out.
Yeah. My buddy Kurt Warner has a movie about him. There's me, 75. I'm 6'5" with dreads. Really? Kurt?
Wow.
You're like, come on.
Where's your quality control, man?
Come on, Kurt. What's up?
And I'm light-skinned. Come on, bro.
This is a perfect opportunity for me to just tell every person that works in the movie business here in Southern California, I am available, and I will come to your set, and I will just watch all of your sports stuff and tell you, hey, look, you can't have DeMarco Farr be 6'5", light-skinned with dreads.
Hair coming out of the helmet.
We're going to fix that.
Travis, maybe we could start like a little side company, a little LLC, and just for voiceovers? I feel like, couldn't we do some more voiceover work?
I would love
in the
to.
industry. Someone just pay me and Travis to come in, and we'll just do reads for you.
Like you can. I used this example the other day. At the end of The Natural, if you would have had me on set, I would have said, "Oh, hold on,
can't do it.
Not him. Not him.
Wrong guy.
Where's the local high
Wrong
school?
Guy.
Go get the shortstop. Bring him in here. We're just gonna have him play catch. Not that kid.
Sports quality control, another
that
role
kid.
that could work as well.
Absolutely.
I'm willing to do that too.
Tip or no tip is brought to you by my guy, attorney Big L. Great dude. Sidekick guy. Love him. If you get into an accident, tip the scale in your favor. Make Big Al your first call. Don't go at it alone. Call this number. 1-800-HURT-123. That's 1-800-HURT-123. Did you write that down? Yeah, good. AttorneyBigAlCA.com.
All right. Coming up next, I want to talk about what might be delaying the decision we've all been waiting for about 3 weeks. That's coming up. It's DeMarco and Trav Trudell's here on a Thursday on 710 ESPN.
Coming up tonight at 6 p.m. after DeMarco and Travis, live from Santa Monica, it is Cappy and Geeter. That's right, the summer of Geeter keeps rolling on. Live from YouTube Theater for Rams Revealed tonight. Special guests, special announcements. Rams Revealed, live from YouTube Theater. Listen on 710 a.m., the all-new ESPN LA app, or watch it on YouTube. Scott Kaplan, Chris Geeter McGee, Rams Revealed. Tonight at 6 p.m., right here on your home of Rams football, ESPN LA.
Ma said that if I win the Chevy Silverado at Morongo, I'll finally have a place to sleep after dinner. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
We're giving away a Chevy Silverado truck. You could drive off a winner the 26th.
Number 2.
Don't pay high prices for gas. Morongo's Travel Center prices are the lowest priced gas around.
And the number 1 reason.
The hottest nighttime pool party in SoCal. Flamingo Fridays is on.
Morongo, good times.
Hi, it's Ramona Shelburne. Right now, lease a brand new 2026 Hyundai Palisade SE for just $299 a month. Comes with owner's assurance and America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Take it from me. With next-level customer service and incredible dealer incentives, your next Hyundai is waiting for you at Hyundai of Glendale. Call 818-222-8000 or check them out at HyundaiofGlendale.net.
$299 per month plus tax. Close and lease for 24 months. $47.49 total due on signing plus government fees and taxes. Unapproved above average credit through HMF. Social security deposit. 7,500 miles per year. 20 cents per ICS miles. Expires 7/31/26.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNLAcontests.com. That's ESPNLAcontests.com.
The home of the Lakers, and now the home of the Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon, KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
And it's a special edition today of the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show, along with Mike Trudell, live from Santa Monica's summer event, State of the City 2026, from realignment to renaissance, as we prepare for Super Bowl 61 and ESPN Beach coming to Santa Monica. Once again, back to Santa Monica and back to the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show on ESPN LA.
A very crowded Santa Monica all of a sudden, that the people are filling in here, getting ready for the State of the City. We spoke with the mayor of Santa Monica a few minutes ago. She's very excited to have everybody coming to her city for the Super Bowl, coming up in 7 months, DeMarco? The Olympics are around the corner. She just had the World Cup. A lot of stuff goes on.
What would you like better? Obviously, the Rams being in the Super Bowl. Rams Chargers?
No.
Rams Raiders. That would be insanity.
Like the Chargers are weird. Like, this is going to sound disrespectful, and I guess it is. They don't exist in my world.
The Chargers?
Yeah, I know they're here, and I know that they have a group of fans that care about them, but they really haven't. They've done the exact opposite of what the Rams have done in their time here, right? The Rams have been really good. The Rams have gone to the Super Bowl. They've won the Super Bowl. They've gotten close. They're constantly in the mix. They have star players all over the place. They're in prime time. Like, they just have made an incredible effort to integrate themselves back into the city. I feel the Chargers are the exact opposite.
You know, they have a good quarterback, good / possibly great in Herbert. He's, I keep saying, the modern NFL quarterback. But it also makes me wonder, what happens if they don't make the switch from Goff to Stafford? What if they stay with Goff?
Great question.
Through that whole duration. Are we still here? Are we still talking about the best team in football? Are we still talking about that now, or is it a different era? Is Sean McVay still here?
I think that's the best question of all.
Yeah.
I think that, look, here's the thing. I think the question implies something that you don't believe, and I don't. Jared Goff's a good quarterback.
Very good.
But is Jared Goff that? No. Is Jared Goff Matthew Stafford?
Yeah.
He's not.
Even at his very best,
Yeah.
the Kansas City game, one of the best games we ever saw in the
Yeah.
Coliseum. Was he close to being as exciting as Stafford playing?
Stafford is doing it in the upper 1% of this, and Jared Goff is in the upper 10%. And that's a big difference. Now, is McVay here? Does he get frustrated? Can they not get it done? Do they not, because here's the other thing that we kind of skipped over when we were talking about McVay a second ago, that there's never been a whiff of, hey, man, is this getting stale?
Right.
Never. And that's usually what happens. Even if, like, Mike Tomlin ultimately, by going 9-7 every year or 9-8 or 10-7 and losing in the first round of the playoffs, eventually go, hey, man, we just got to go try something else.
Yeah.
And that may have been the fate of that particular group with Jared Goff.
Okay, so going back to your Chargers thing for a second.
Yeah.
I mean, so Harbaugh gets here, and they win 11 games both years. It's pretty good relative to what they were before. I mean, didn't do a ton in the postseason. Last year, obviously, their two best offensive linemen get hurt. Very curious to see how they look with them healthy this year. But it's a good team.
Mm-hmm.
And, Herbert kind of falls – he's an interesting – conversation starter. It feels a little bit like the nerds like him more than the old school football people do.
I agree with you.
You feel like that, DeMarco?
I think he's good. I think he's talented. From a defensive perspective, he's the guy you worry about.
I agree. Everything you said is true, Trudell, but here's the difference. That if we are a fan of another team, but we live here in Los Angeles, and all of a sudden 11-5 is fine, 11-6 or whatever it is, that's fine and dandy, and Jim Harbaugh's, it is. But, okay, the playoffs are here. There's only one game on at a time. Let me watch the Chargers. Oh, that's the Chargers. Okay, and I turn right back around, and I'm right back out again.
They need a big run.
Every time that you, like, okay, you're on, you're good, nope, and it's the same thing. I say the fact that they chargered it means something, and everybody knows what it means. Look, I think is part of the problem.
Maybe I'm being nice, and you can sense this as what the pain of being a Vikings fan throughout life is, because always pretty good, but never great, except for the 2 years that we were great and then kind of dropped the ball at the end, right? There was the Brett Favre year in New Orleans, and then there was, of course, the great 1998 team that goes 15-1, and just Randy Moss and Chris Carter and Robert Smith, and then you got defensive playmakers, and then all of a sudden you just don't win. But since then, it's like good but not great. And I think, again, this year, depending on Kyler Murray, I mean, what's going to happen with the QB situation, but my expectations are never like, oh, this team can win the Super Bowl. For the Rams, to your credit, to your point, it's like, no, that's the goal, is to win the Super Bowl. And the Chargers feel a little bit more like the Vikings, like they're going to be good, but can I see them winning the Super Bowl this year? Probably not.
And when they get the stage to themselves, what did you do with it? I think that's a big part. And look, here's the other thing that's very unique to Southern California. New York has this, and Chicago to a slightly lesser degree. The Bay has it a little bit too. There's A's and B's here in this town. They're every team, and nobody would even argue otherwise. That
and there's
if
no
you
way
said,
out of it.
What's the best baseball? What's the A baseball team? We're all going to say the Dodgers. What's the A hockey team? Everybody's going to say the Kings. I'm a Ducks fan, and I know that the Kings are the A team here. Basketball, Lakers, Clippers, and the football's the same thing. There's the A's and the B's, and it's just the way that it is when you have two of everything here. And you're constantly fighting. Even when the Angels won the World Series back in 2002, it didn't turn this into an Angel place. It just the Angels had a really good team that year. They won the World Series, and they have their fans, but it's like they're always going to be those other guys.
If I can accept your point overall, like clearly there's going to be one that you pick, but there's a slight difference to me between Yankees and Mets, right, and like Lakers and Clippers. Right, because you do have some Mets fans in New York City. And here, I think, like, from a Chargers-Rams perspective, I think you can – the whole thing with San Diego is tough, but it's not – to me, it doesn't feel in the same way that it does Lakers, Clippers, or Dodgers, Angels again in Orange County. But the gap seems to be at least a little closer to –
In the NFL, you think so? I don't. I think that the gap is as wide in that as everything else. The Rams Chargers.
Yeah,
you
think so? It's very wide.
I think it's huge. And part of it is
I don't think this town's big enough for two teams.
they came from too close.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, the Charger fans are an hour and a half away. Well, like the Charger fans from San Diego, and most of them are furious with the Chargers. Like, they just, get the hell out of here.
When I fume about takeovers, stadium takeovers, they look at me like, duh, it happens every week with us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's just not enough. Town's not big enough. But I do think they deserve more than just to be an afterthought.
They got to go take it if they want it. It's not just being here isn't the ticket to what you're describing.
True.
The Clippers have been here 40 years. It hasn't happened.
Yeah.
Like it just geography is not the solution to that problem. Winning is the solution to that problem. Being and to the Clippers'
and they've done a little winning.
And even but okay, so winning to an extent, but the Laker brand and just the familial love. I don't care if the Clippers won 5 straight titles. All that would do was just piss off Laker fans more.
No, I'm with you on that. But I think that the fact that the Clippers, upon arrival, were such a joke for such a long time, and they're not a joke anymore.
It just even strengthened the gap, or widened the gap even more.
And now it's kind of solidified, and it's like this is what it is. And if anybody that's coming, it's like, well, I mean, they got a brand new building that I haven't been in, but I've heard it's fantastic, and they spend money. Like they're a team that functions like an NBA team, but they're the B, and the B's the B.
I wonder what happens if the Angels played in L.A., closer to the Dodgers. What would happen?
If the Dodgers are just too entrenched now. They're just too entrenched.
I mean, like the
Chargers
and Rams play in the same spot.
Yeah.
The Clippers and the Lakers used to, and it's close.
Right.
I wonder if the Angels were closer. Would that change anything?
Not a thing.
Not a thing?
It would probably, honestly, it would probably make it worse.
Probably.
I agree.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it would. They're trying to sneak into their geography. Like, the Angels have fans in Orange County. They have fans in Riverside. Like that's kind of their whatever little pocket they have, that's where it is. But there's a ton of Dodger fans here. But the further north they come.
Well, it's kind of why Chicago can work, is at least you have north side, south side.
Right. Yeah.
Right. You have to have a distinct, and it doesn't really exist in LA like that. Like you couldn't have like west side, like east side. That's not how the geography of the city works. So it would have to be in the way that it does now, like Orange County and then south, and then hopefully you get that gap. And that is why it's so tough on the Chargers, because it was like all the San Diego people who were pissed off, and now, well, where are you going to draw from here?
What would be the sexiest matchup for the Rams if they went to the Super Bowl? Like the one that's just like everybody's like snapping to. Like I can't. This is the
easy. Rams Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Rams Chiefs. Here, come on. Those fans
because
would
of
travel.
Mahomes?
Yeah, and they think red versus blue. It would stand out. It would pop. It would be great. Mahomes, Stafford, Reed,
more than
McVay.
Buffalo and Josh Allen getting there for the first time.
I think Josh Allen would steal the show.
Yeah.
From Buffalo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. I guess Mahomes could do the same thing. But
Buffalo would be a fun.
That'd be a great
fun
matchup.
story.
Yeah. Be an awesome matchup. Couldn't argue. Give a rematch with Burrow.
Yeah, but Cincinnati's going to. All right, whatever.
If they do what the Bengals do, catch fire once every 10 years, and they blaze a trail.
It's so hard. Like I'm trying to think of like a big city thing, but the Jets have been a joke for how long? Right?
But think about the drama.
But if they somehow came up, right? So like in 2 years, and they just figured it out, and they got the next Sean McVay.
Yeah.
Right? And all of a sudden, it'd be like, oh, that'd be kind of cool to see the green jersey come in here and just get a little New York, LA going.
I'm not suggesting that the Jets are going to the Super Bowl, but if there's a league where something like that could happen, it's the NFL.
True.
That's the one league where you can be bad and turn around and they're good. Like,
or how about the Dolphins? That'd be kind of fun.
They haven't been around. They haven't been since.
I would
Marino's
bet more on the Dolphins
year.
turning around than the Jets.
Yeah. Jets got that DNA in the walls. They can't get it out. All right, we'll continue the football conversation. Coming up next, we're going to talk with Taylor Bisciotti. She covers the NFL for the NFL Network and ESPN. She will join us. Coming up next, it's DeMarco and Travis Trudell's here on a Thursday from Santa Monica on 710 ESPN.
Coming up tonight at 6 p.m. after DeMarco and Travis, live from Santa Monica, it is Cappy and Geeter. That's right, the summer of Geeter keeps rolling on. Live from YouTube Theater for Rams Revealed tonight. Special guests, special announcements. Rams Revealed, live from YouTube Theater. Listen on 710 a.m., the all-new ESPN LA app, or watch it on YouTube. Scott Kaplan, Chris Geeter McGee, Rams Revealed. Tonight at 6 p.m., right here on your home of Rams football, ESPN LA.
I've been in LA a long time, and when somebody asks me who to call after an accident, my answer is simple. Call attorney Big Al. That's my guy and my MVP for accident attorneys. Big Al's been helping people across California for over 15 years. And as an LA native and a huge sports fan, oh my God, can that guy go on hockey? He understands this community. If you're hurt in a car, truck, motorcycle, Uber, or Lyft accident, even if you're hit while walking or biking, you don't have to figure all this out on your own. I always tell people, call Big Al before you call the insurance company. He and his team will help guide you through the process, protect your rights, and fight for the compensation you may deserve. Big Al and his team are available 24/7. They never close. Consultations are free, and if there's no recovery, there's no fee. Just one call can make all the difference, my friends, so make sure you get this right. Call Attorney Big Al right now. 1-800-HURT-123. That's 1-800-HURT-123. Attorney Big Al's Attorney Ken Klein, based in Los Angeles.
The summer savings are heating up at George Chevrolet. Right now, save up to $11,000 off MSRP on select new 2026 Chevrolet Silverado 1500 models. Visit George Chevrolet off the 91 Freeway, Lakewood exit in Bellflower, and GeorgeChevy.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Total discount includes $1,000 trade-in assistance for qualified buyers who traded in a 2012 or newer vehicle, plus tax, title, license, registration, government fees, and $85 dealer dock fee. Not all customers qualify. Vehicles subject to prior sale. More than 5 available at this price. Offer ends 8/2/26. Call 866-949-4805 for details.
Don't miss the latest episode of the Blue Review with me, Greg Bergman, and Marcus Grant, talking all things Dodger baseball. Be part of the ESPN LA Blue Crew, 6:30 a.m. on the ESPN LA YouTube channel.
And it's a special edition today of the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show, along with Mike Trudell, live from Santa Monica's summer event, State of the City 2026, from realignment to renaissance, as we prepare for Super Bowl 61 at ESPN Beach, coming to Santa Monica. Once again, back to Santa Monica and back to the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show on ESPN LA.
Super Bowl will be here before we know it. Hopefully it is a home game for the Los Angeles Rams. We'll continue our football conversation right now with NFL reporter for ESPN and the NFL Network, Taylor Bisciotti, joining us right now. Taylor, thanks for coming on with us.
Thanks for having me. This is so fun out here in Santa Monica on Main Street.
Yeah, not a bad crowd, right?
For what's to come come February.
Absolutely. So we're going to get to the NFL, I promise. But you went to the University of Georgia. You covered the SEC.
Yes.
Go
Dogs.
Is there anything that compares to that environment on a Saturday?
Nothing. The entire town shuts down literally days before. And, like, the thought of even driving out of the college town that you're in is just unheard of. It's a party.
Doesn't that get disappointing with the NFL, though?
A little bit. You know, if you ever need a good fix for, like, diehard fans, you can, of course, go up to the Bills. They've got some wild fans, but I don't really love jumping through tables, so it's not my thing. But at least you can see some crazy fans that way.
I just remember running out in the field to my first NFL game, and I was so disappointed. Like, where are all the fans? I'm used to this being a madhouse.
It's a different environment. It's great, but it's different.
I wish you can bring that more to the NFL, that college feeling. Yeah.
I know. It's something special.
This is going to sound random, but do you have a dog?
I do. He passed away somewhat recently, but he's still on my phone background right here if you want to see
I only asked because I was thinking of Uga. And I was just wondering, if you're from Georgia, and are you more likely to get an English bulldog as a result? See, my wife and I, we had a French bulldog. She also recently passed, so I hate to bring
love
the mood
Frenchies,
down. But okay, Frenchies are great. But does the English bulldog have a particularly? Is it just like a different level of celebrity and import in Georgia?
Oh yeah, in like the babies, and sometimes at the fraternity houses on parties, of course, that I never attended. I just would see what was going on from the outside.
That's right.
But yeah, they always had little baby Uggas like going around because.
No kidding.
Oh yeah.
Like just like the reserve tank or what?
There's a big reserve tank.
Oh man!
I swear, Georgia's got a tree. There's a lot of Georgia grads.
Yeah.
Spread throughout, not just players, everywhere in the NFL. Like, what did you go to study at Georgia?
I actually was a business major, accounting major, and then I went back for digital and broadcast journalism. So I did a double.
I was gonna say, how'd you get into this? What you're doing now?
I kind of was about to graduate and go to one of the big four and have the next 10 years of my life mapped out for me. And I thought, why am I doing this? I don't even like accounting. And so, I did kind of a 180.
Yeah, being paid to watch sports is more fun.
It's much
fun.
better.
Yeah.
Taylor Bisciotti is joining us. She's an NFL reporter for ESPN and the NFL Network. So, obviously, as the flagship station for the Los Angeles Rams, we're hoping one of your guys, Matthew Stafford, gets to play in another Super Bowl. They're the most talented team in the league, but what has to go right for them as you see it to get back to the Super Bowl since they won it 5 years ago?
Matthew Stafford just has to stay healthy. I think that's the biggest thing. And I think the other question mark would probably be, do they go out and sign, if they say that they're not ready to play Ty Simpson, do they go out and sign a backup quarterback who, by the way, was just put out there that Jimmy Garoppolo is still available and wanting to potentially play.
He's staying loose.
He knows the system. McVay loves him. It's kind of a great, security blanket to have him just in case Stafford isn't healthy all season, which as these seasons have gotten longer with more games, it's easier for quarterbacks to get hurt, especially as he's a little bit older.
I do wonder what's going through his brain.
Stafford's?
Garoppolo. They love you. You've got a great job here. It's California.
I was going to say, isn't it just, hey, look, call me if you need me. Like, if the blank hits the fan, you know where to find. I'm not going to sign with anybody else. If you need me, I can literally show up tomorrow and run your offense.
Right, and then, I can avoid going to training camp and all those practices
Smart.
I don't want to go to.
I hope it's the vet day. But I do want to see what Ty Simpson has because, remember that draft day when they selected him?
I sure do.
Wild.
I mean, the whole thing just and people left. I do want to see what he has. I want to see what they saw in him on the field.
This year, though? Or do you want to
at least through preseason?
Okay.
Let me see something.
Fair.
I hope we get to see what Ty Simpson's all about, at least a little bit of it.
That's fair.
It's not like McVay's going to play any vets in the preseason.
No.
So, they should get a good look at him.
And lots of Stetson Bennett. I want to see what he's got, too.
Yeah. Another UGA grad.
That's right. What's
All the dogs.
What's the thing you're most looking forward to storyline-wise, NFL, as we get into
camp? I cannot wait until I don't even think it's a matter of if Aaron Donald comes back, it's when he's going to come back.
Okay.
And seeing Myles Garrett and Aaron Donald on the same line together, fireworks. Everybody should be excited for that. Other than,
I just don't.
Brock Purdy, Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold, Brock Purdy, whoever Jacoby Brissett in Arizona right now. Is that what we're going with?
You really think he's going to make that switch? You think he's coming back?
I do.
Really?
Why wouldn't he?
He's retired. He's having fun.
What could
it's
be
fun
more
to
fun
be
than getting another ring here in California?
Not
in
getting
LA.
hit, not having to go to practice, not having to listen to meetings.
But his job is going to be made so much easier by having Myles playing with him.
That's very intriguing.
It could be the best defense of all time.
See, I'm with you on that. That's why I'm trying not to. I don't want to bring the guy back.
Like the old joke from Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I'm dating myself. I apologize. That they just fly Jefferson in for games, right? Like he just shows up on Friday night and he just goes in there and does his thing. Let's shift gears a little bit.
Yeah.
Fernando Mendoza signed today. So do you think we're going to see him at the start of the season, or does Kirk Cousins kind of pave the road for him a little bit until they fall out of it and then you launch the number one pick?
I think we're going to see him. I really do. You selected him number one overall. He's got time. He's had time to get ready. I think that put him out there.
You think?
I think so.
How bad do you think it would be, like if Kirk Cousins keeps them above 500?
Well, that's tough then, right?
And then, lo and behold, the Raiders are a playoff contender. I mean, you don't have to.
Isn't that the perfect scenario?
That
like
is.
You can
but then
it's
literally. Awkward. Like,
is
you
it?
Can't bench him for Fernando when you feel like Fernando.
I don't think you bench him. I think you give Fernando a year to apprentice and watch and do it. The team's winning. Kirk Cousins is a pro's pro. He's been around a million times. He's not going to be difficult to work with, and you can kind of groom Fernando for a year.
Just because he's number one, he doesn't have to play this year.
True.
This just happened with Kirk Cousins, of course, last year in Atlanta. And I'm a Vikings fan. I'm from Minnesota, so I've seen the Kirk Cousins thing, and this is before he got hurt. He's fine, right? But he's not great. He's not going to be somebody that keeps Mendoza away from doing what the reason that they took him number one
on the
overall.
track.
Yeah. But I mean, even in Atlanta last year, he played well. He looked really good. Was it Atlanta's last couple of games or right in December? He was playing fantastic.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's fine. He's fine. It's just but when you get against, and again, this will make me sound like a bitter Vikings fan, but when you get against a real defense, like in a playoff game, you know that Kirk's eventually the pressure is going to come. He's not really going to be able to do anything with it, and that I think is the hope with somebody like Mendoza, who's got the arm, but also he can scramble a little bit, and so it's like it makes sense from a short-term, long-term thing, and I feel like it'll work out fine.
Have you watched quarterback yet?
My gosh, I love it.
I'm telling you. Did you know
Joe
Baker Mayfield
Flacco
showed up to Oklahoma without a scholarship offer? He just showed up.
That sounds like something he would do.
And just went and met Bob Stoops. Hey, I'm here.
Because Kingsbury started Davis Webb, right? And Baker and this was after, or it was right after Mahomes, yeah. And Baker was kind of like, and he was an Oklahoma fan, right? So I'm gonna go there and just, it wasn't like he wasn't a known guy,
right?
He was like a top Texas high school quarterback, right?
Yes. Oh yeah, I mean, and he created quite a stir in college.
Yes,
I love to see how much he's grown though and matured and just grown into himself and for the better.
That's what I was trying to tell him. Like I like Baker the villain Baker with a helmet on.
Black Cat Baker.
I don't want to humanize Baker Mayfield. I don't want to like you. I want to hate you. That's the one I love.
Dude, I always go back to when the Rams had the one bad season under Sean McVay, and they went and got Baker Mayfield literally towards the end of the season and only played 5 games. That Rams team was not a good team for all the obvious reasons we talked about. Mayfield came in and went 2-3 with not much to work with and with no prep at all. Literally jumped off the plane, started the game against the Raiders on a Thursday night. And at that point, I'm like, all right, that dude is not scared of the moment, if nothing else. Like, he's willing to go out there and do it. And I think there's that amount of swag that he has in bucket loads, but that you have to have if you're going to play that position.
But, Travis, that's such a good point. I'll never forget watching that game and just how lights out Baker Mayfield played. And I think that you could argue that that's really what gave him the next chance to be a starting quarterback.
It's in quarterback. He said he fell in love with the game again here in Los Angeles, which connects to Sean McVay. We were saying this is crazy. You know how football is. He's been doing this 10 years. That's a long time, but it's not a long time. But if he never coached again, he's probably a Hall of Fame head coach already.
Totally agree.
How is that possible this fast with a guy? Can we really say that in NFL terms? With a straight face?
I mean, when he came in, he was the youngest coach in the NFL. Of course, now there's younger, but.
Not many.
Yeah.
That's what's so crazy, that he's 10 years in and there's still only a handful of guys that are younger than him.
Yeah, he's special. He's really special.
Yeah, the guy never stops. The thing is, like, we talk about the Rams, everybody has the best team in football on paper, but there's a part of me that says you have to make this pay off. You do.
Sure.
You have everything. You have a $200 million offense.
Yeah.
You have to make that pay off. A lot of pressure, but it doesn't seem like it seems like he eats pressure for like candy. I mean, you've met the guy, you know.
Yeah. No, it's unbelievable.
Who, if you had to place a bet right now, who would you put on the other half of the draw? Who's the best team in the AFC before we've seen a single snap?
Gosh, that's tough. The AFC was so much worse than the NFC last year, which that's not usually the case, but especially the NFC West Division. I mean, it's just from top down, they're just the top teams. I would have to say maybe the Bills.
That's what I'd
They
pick.
just haven't been able to get over the hump, so I don't know. Probably the Bills, though, if I had to place a bet.
You wonder if the change they made in Buffalo with their head coach was just, we got to try something different because we getting the same result over and over again, or rather they needed a different coach because or maybe it was just a personnel thing. But that did not feel like a failure of Josh Allen. That felt like a failure of just the thing went stale.
But we don't feel like the Patriots are going to replicate what they did.
No chance. Denver?
I don't think so.
Denver's got a better chance.
Look out for Sean Payton.
They both won 14 games, right?
Yeah.
Them in Seattle.
And Bo Nix didn't play in the
I was
NFC
going to say,
Championship
if
game.
Bo Nix was there, I think they could have had a chance.
You believe in the Bears?
I do. I think they're fun to watch.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely fun to watch, but yeah, I do.
Caleb Williams is exciting.
Very exciting. And he just meshes with their coach, offensive coordinator. It feels like everything is gelling very well there.
They can't be out of Chicago. You can't play the Bears in Indiana.
You're hung up on that. Sure you can.
You can't play the Bears in Indiana. They belong in Chicago. Come on now.
Yeah.
The Jets and Giants play in New Jersey.
Come on. Also, Soldier Field, we were just talking about, is there some way we could get a stadium out here close to the water? The answer is no, because of the real estate. But it's they have one on Lake Michigan.
Yeah.
It's there right now. Yeah. It's right next to downtown Chicago.
Soldier Field is weird.
Yeah.
After that reno, before the reno, it was just old and classic and kind of crappy. Yeah. And now it's just kind of crappy.
Yeah.
You know, they got rid of the classic part of it. It's got I don't know.
It's the Winchester Mystery House.
Sure.
Yeah.
But that's just like an aesthetics thing. But the bottom line is it's right there. It's downtown Chicago. You can take the train there. Yeah, look, no, just keep.
2 questions. Favorite football movie?
Oh, that's a good one. I don't know.
Longest Yard.
Longest Yard.
Longest Yard.
Any given Sunday?
Friday Night Lights.
Yeah.
North Dallas 40.
North, always. Top of the charts. Favorite NFL city to visit?
Gosh, probably just one that has diehard fans. Look, I'm not saying I like their fans, okay? But, going to Buffalo and seeing Bills fans, going to Philadelphia and seeing Eagles fans. Yes, they're obnoxious, by the way, but it is fun to go and be in that environment.
Totally agree, 100%.
I have never met anybody that's not a Philly fan that likes Philly fans.
No, they're just
Right.
terrible.
The people, they're all of their breed. They love each other until they do something dumb, and then they punch each other. But as an outsider,
You know what? I'll also give credit to Vegas. Vegas is actually a really fun environment to go see a game at the stadium.
You're going for the first time this year.
Wait, Vegas is fun?
Yeah.
Or Vegas
Well-
Raider fans are fun?
All of it.
Okay.
If you got to try to have a bad time in Vegas.
That's true.
That's not easy to do. Absolutely.
Allegiant's really cool.
Can't wait to go.
Yeah.
Only stadium I haven't gone to.
It's
Cannot wait to go. Yes.
Taylor Bashotti, she covers the NFL for ESPN and the NFL Network. Taylor, thanks so much for stopping
Thanks
by.
for having
really
me.
appreciate
This was
you.
fun.
You got it. All right. Don't forget, tonight, 6 to 9, for a special Rams Revealed live broadcast on 710, the ESPN LA app, and YouTube. Cappy and Geeter are live from the YouTube theater talking to Rams legends like Eric Dickerson, Jackie Slater, Kevin Demoff, and a big announcement might happen as well. Tune in to find out. We got a little straight up coming up next. It's DeMarco and Trav. Trudell's here on a Thursday on 710 ESPN.
Coming up tonight at 6 p.m. after DeMarco and Travis, live from Santa Monica, it is Cappy and Geeter. That's right, the summer of Geeter keeps rolling on. Live from YouTube Theater for Rams Revealed tonight. Special guests, special announcements. Rams Revealed, live from YouTube Theater. Listen on 710 a.m., the all-new ESPN LA app, or watch it on YouTube. Scott Kaplan, Chris Geeter McGee, Rams Revealed. Tonight at 6 p.m., right here on your home of Rams football, ESPN LA.
Looking for a vodka with standards? Blue Ice delivers. American-made from Idaho potatoes, gluten-free, non-GMO, and only 64 calories an ounce. Enjoy the classic Huckleberry with lemonade or award-winning double espresso. Blue Ice vodka, premium taste, nothing extra.
The summer savings are heating up at George Chevrolet. Right now, save up to $11,000 off MSRP on select new 2026 Chevrolet Silverado 1500 models. Visit George Chevrolet off the 91 Freeway, Lakewood exit in Bellflower, and GeorgeChevy.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Total discount includes $1,000 trade-in assistance for qualified buyers who traded a 2012 or newer vehicle. Plus tax, title, license, registration, government fees, and $85 dealer dock fee. Not all customers qualify. Vehicles subject to prior sale. More than 5 available at this price. Offer ends 8/2/26. Call 866-949-4805 for details.
In a contracting business, you're either growing or you're grinding. Success is no longer about hard work alone. It's about using AI to accelerate impact. ServiceTitan is the only integrated intelligence that seamlessly automates your entire workflow, from first call to final invoice. Born in the trades, built for visionaries ready to stop operating and start automating. ServiceTitan, AI for the trades.
I'm David Ortiz. When I lost my mom, she was only 46, and I lost my dad to cancer. It was the worst pain I ever felt. It made me think, what will happen with the people I love when my time is up? That's why I have life insurance. Ethos makes it easy. It's all online, take about 10 minutes, and you can get up to $3 million in coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
And it is the No Stress Sports Talk Express to the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show. It is time for Straight Up with Sweet Tea Travis Rogers. Straight Up on the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show, made possible by Blue Ice Vodka. Blue Ice Vodka, America's largest potato vodka, double gold rated, just 64 calories an ounce, and made from Idaho potatoes. Clean, smooth, no additives. Blue Ice Vodka, premium taste, nothing extra. Let's do it. Straight Up with Travis Rogers right now.
All right, this kind of goes back to something that we talked about a lot today with the Rams. This kind of goes to something that I think that the Lakers were very good at for a very long time, that they're trying to get back to right now. And that's when you're at the top, how hard it is to stay at the top. It's just, it doesn't really go like that. And I want to talk about the Dodgers here, but I want to use a different team to kind of describe how difficult it is what the Dodgers are attempting to do this time. They're trying to become the first team ever, like I mentioned earlier, from the National League to win the World Series 3 consecutive years. It's never happened before. This is how hard it is just to get to the World Series, okay? Trudell, you mentioned it an hour or so ago. The Blue Jays were 2 outs away from winning the World Series a handful of times. Not just once, but they were on the 1-inch line to win the World Series. And it felt like they were set up to, hey, they got beat. but they're a good team, and they're going to be back. They're going to be sellers at the deadline. They're 46-56. They're in last place in their division. Vladimir Guerrero, who they signed to a $500 million deal, okay? 14 years, $500 million. How many home runs do you think he's hit in his home ballpark this season? I'll answer it for you. 0.
Jeez.
Okay? So this is how quickly it can go bad. That you make a decision to go big on a player and you and you miss. And there's a long way to go. And I'm not saying Guerrero's a miss, but it's a terrible opening act to what he has right here. They are going to be sellers at the deadline. They're going to empty what they have to try to rebuild this thing. They were good once. They got to the top, and they went right back down to the bottom. And not because of a Florida Marlins fire sale situation where they did it and they just this is our one shot. We're selling everybody else. We're getting out of the business. They tried to run it back, and it's been a catastrophe. And that the Dodgers have been able to continue to do what they do. They're in first place in their division. They have the best record in baseball. They are developing guys like Andy Pajes and Justin Robleski. They're going to have a guy that's going to win the MVP for the 4th consecutive year. They've got a roster full. This is not normal. Like, you see how difficult it is for these other teams to get there once, to stay there. They continue to stay at the top. In Toronto, when I was reading about them today, how they're going to empty their entire thing. They're selling everything they got at the deadline, which is 11 days from now. It just goes to show you how hard it is to get to the top, much less just to stay there the way that the Dodgers have.
That's wild.
Isn't that crazy?
That's absolutely crazy. Payroll-wise, are they close to the Dodgers?
No, nobody really is other than the Mets, but they're near the top. I think they're like 4th or 5th in baseball.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
your mic's not on, Mike. Yeah.
That seems like what I'm used to as far as baseball is concerned. If you do have a superstar like Vlad Guerrero Jr.,
yeah,
and then he gets hurt, you expect them to be
and he's
not
missed some
as
time,
good.
But he's played most of the year.
He's just not as good.
He's hit 0 home runs.
Wow.
0 home runs in his home ballpark.
So, okay, quick rundown of the payrolls, right? Mets number 1, $328 million. That's not going great this year. They're about to play the Dodgers, of course. Dodgers second, $302 million. Yankees, $292. Blue Jays, $282. So actually pretty close to the Dodgers. So then Philly, $281, Atlanta, $254. What this doesn't account for, of course, is the Dodgers and the whole future stuff and Shohei and like the all of that, the deferment. So so you have to bake in, I don't know, another $30 million or something like that, maybe 50. So that's the only it's the only credible pushback, Travis, to it is that it is when you are spending that much more than most of the league, then of course you should be held to a higher standard.
Sure.
I was talking about the English Premier League earlier. It's the same thing. There are 5 or 6 rich teams, and if they're not in the top 5 or 6, it's like it's on you.
Sure.
Okay?
Right.
But what the Dodgers have done is they have been by far, of course, the most consistent of the big money teams, and they've done things right, and they've made the right decisions. I think Friedman gets the bulk of the credit for that.
I agree.
And so, yes, their top executive has done a little bit better than, say, the Yankees' top executive, and certainly the Mets' top executive, and the Blue Jays. And so the Dodgers win that part. And what else do they win? I mean, well, the fan base fills up the stadium every night. They get the most fans, right? So that counts. That helps for something. It's a very desirable place to play now, and it's the culture seems like. I think Dave Roberts should get some credit.
I think he deserves a ton of credit.
He's kept that thing loose, right?
I think the culture is a big reason why they continue to be as good as they are, because the guys that they bring in, and this feels a little bit like revisionist history, but I said it before, so I'm comfortable saying, Tucker felt like a weird fit coming in from the beginning. He didn't feel like he kind of fit the guys that they typically bring in. And I'm not saying that's why he struggled the way he is, but that felt more like hey, there's a good player that's available. Let's go get him.
They kind of just did it because they could.
They did it because they could.
As opposed to they did it because that was the
right
guy.
Fit.
That was
the
target.
Right fit. And that's what we needed to do. So they haven't missed on many things. And even when they do miss because of the wallet that they have, they can kind of paper over their mistakes to a certain degree, where the Blue Jays are going to be not as capable as doing it the way they have. But I literally was like, hold on, the Dodgers, I think this will be 15 years in a row they're going to make the postseason if they make it this year, which they are. They are. I think this will be 14 of 15 division titles in a row.
Wow.
This is not the way that it goes, even with the money, even with getting Shohei Ohtani.
That's right.
You're going to have some bumps along the way, and they haven't had one.
How many budding empires have you, ended?
Yeah. Well, remember the Padres, the Diamondbacks, hey, we beat the Dodgers, and okay, fine, but didn't last long.
Here you are again. Wow, unbelievable. I mean, what can you credit to that? And this is why I always say, if you are baseball as a collective, you would probably think the Dodgers must be destroyed. Because they're good, they found it, they're rich, and their farm system's loaded. So this ain't stopping anytime soon.
Could be with the strike, though.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying.
If that happens, there could be something happening.
Well, something will happen that's bad for everybody, not just bad for the Dodgers.
Correct.
It will be bad for the entire sport. And to your point, DeMarco, I think that whatever system.
But don't you think the team, people are coming for the Dodgers?
Yes, of course. And I think
good luck.
I think the fact that they did the thing that was everybody's worst scenario, which was the richest team was the smartest team.
Mm-hmm.
They put the two things together, and this is the result of the richest guy also being the smartest guy, also having the best developmental guys, also having the best. Like, all the pieces came together, and it's one of these, I don't know if I can compete with this other than just hope to catch a good break at the right time. Yeah. But for that very same reason, I think that whatever we come out of this labor war with, whether it's a salary cap or something similar or whatever kind of guardrails they ultimately end up putting in place, the Dodgers are still going to have all of those other advantages. Maybe they can't just spend the way they have. They're going to scout better. They're going to develop better. They're better at finding Max Muncy and Chris Taylor and Justin Turner than these other teams are. They're better at finding an 11th-round pick in Justin Robleski and turning him into an all-star. They're better at getting Andy Pajes as an undrafted free agent and bringing him in and turning him into an all-star. They're better at getting Dalton Rushing, who they picked towards the bottom of the first round, and turning him into a regular, capable major league player than almost every other team in baseball. Sure, Ohtani and Yamamoto, they juice the whole thing, but look at the bottom of their roster. It's better than everybody else's. That's not money. That's just being smarter.
Is there a Dodgers of the NBA? It really exists, right?
You know, historically, right, like the Lakers are kind of in that.
So.
Like, they've had some down periods before, but the advantages that they have are similar in the fact that every player wants to play there still. It's still the best place to live. A lot of guys live there in the off season. But there is sort of like the second apron and the first apron to a degree has basically become a hard cap. And so what the Lakers can't do now is, not that they've ever really done this, but they can't just outspend teams in the way.
That's true.
And so that's the harder thing in basketball. But if all other things are even, they have the advantages for sure, but it's just not as easy. And that's, again, we'll see if the collective bargaining thing in baseball ends up mirroring that to some extent and making it at least marginally harder for the Dodgers.
I have a
What is
question.
the longest run in baseball? I'm sorry, the longest winning streak run?
Like the World Series?
Well, I mean, the Yankees
not
won.
World Series, but division titles.
The Braves won like 14 in a row. The Yankees won a bunch in a row.
Yankees won like 30 out of 40 or something.
You got to be brushing up against that.
They're
this run.
It's the best.
They're this century's Yankees.
No question about
it.
Okay. They are the best team and the best organization of the 21st century, and there isn't a close second.
Yep.
And I keep thinking, you are right here in the run. Like this may be the middle of it.
You know what? I think it's the end of the middle.
End of the middle.
I think it's the end of the middle. We're not in the end yet. We're at the end of the middle. So I think there's still a lot left.
The Yankees have 27 titles, right?
Yeah.
So the Cardinals have 11, and then the Brooklyn/Dodgers have 9. But, talk to me in another 80 years, and the Dodgers may well have closed that gap considerably.
The Yankees are going to be hard to catch, but 3 and 6 years or 5 years is pretty good, and they look like a pretty good bet right now. Straight Up is sponsored by Blue Ice Vodka, America's largest potato vodka, double gold rated, just 64 calories an ounce, and made from Idaho potatoes. Clean, smooth, no additives. Blue Ice Vodka, premium taste, nothing extra. Imagine if the Dodgers gave Will Smith $500 million, their own guy, like Vlad Guerrero's the Blue Jays. He's their own guy. He drafted him, developed him, really good player. $500 million, and he didn't hit a single home run in Dodger Stadium for 2/3 of a season. You'd be like, what did we just buy? Like, that is just bizarre to me.
Are you still 12 games above?
But yes, not great early return on investment.
It's almost August.
That's true.
It's not like we're in the second week of May. It's almost
also
August.
Just going that long on any athletes deal to me is insane. It's totally unnecessary.
You know who might be the exception? Just because of the revenue it generated was Ohtani. That he paid for himself the second the ink was dry on the paper.
Well, yes, but it wasn't 14.
No, it's only
years.
10. Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah,
but
10 was a heavy, but at that point,
5 is like the outer limits that I would feel comfortable
in the NBA,
with.
you can't even go over 5.
Yeah, 5 feels like the right number. Little shop talk coming up next.
Correct.
All right. Shop Talk coming up next. Trudell's here on a Thursday. It's DeMarco and Travis, ESPN LA.
Coming up Friday morning on the Sedano and Cap Morning Show, 7 a.m. on ESPN LA. Well, Cappy will be coming off Rams Revealed Thursday night. What did the Rams reveal? ... We'll find out all the details, all the pageantry of how it went with Cappy and Geeter on Thursday night. Plus, Beto Duran, the Cisco Kid, will be with us. It's a Schwanzaholic Friday morning in the summer of Schwanz, Jack.
The summer of Schwanz.
Gregory Arthur Bergman, producer Lindsay Baseball, the social team in the back, and you join us 7 a.m. Friday morning to put a smile on your face. The Sedano and Cap Morning Show on ESPN LA.
You know, I've been in LA a long time, and when somebody asks me who to call after an accident, my answer is simple. Call attorney Big Al. That's my guy and my MVP for accident attorneys. Big Al's been helping people across California for over 15 years. And as an LA native and a huge sports fan, oh my God, can that guy go on hockey? Oh, he understands this community. If you're hurt in a car, truck, motorcycle, Uber, or Lyft accident, even if you're hit while walking or biking, you don't have to figure all this out on your own. I always tell people, call Big Al before you call the insurance company. He and his team will help guide you through the process, protect your rights, and fight for the compensation you may deserve. Big Al and his team are available 24/7. They never close. Consultations are free, and if there's no recovery, there's no fee. Just one call can make all the difference, my friend, so make sure you get this right. Call attorney Big Al right now. 1-800-HURT-123. That's 1-800-HURT-123. Attorney Big Al's attorney Ken Klein, based in Los Angeles.
In the military, the mission was clear. You knew what to do. Now, the mission has changed. Stepping into civilian life isn't about finding a job. It's finding your purpose.
I wanted a career that would leverage the skills and discipline I gained in the military. IT just felt right.
My Computer Career offers class schedules that fit into your life and skills in high demand. Put your VA benefits to work. Visit mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to jumpstart your IT career today. An elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Progressive presents ways to save money that aren't bundling your home and auto insurance with Progressive.
Thanks again for taking me to the game, man. I can't wait to get in there. By the way, what's in the bag?
Oh, I bring my own hot dog and peanuts. Saves a ton.
Savvy. And what about the beach chairs?
Why buy seats when you can save big and bring your own?
We can't get in without tickets.
Tickets? What do you think the portable TV is for?
Don't save money pretending to go to the game. You could save hundreds by switching to Progressive. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new laws that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-687-5192. That's 800-687-5192. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-687-5192.
And it's a special edition today of the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show, along with Mike Trudell, live from Santa Monica's summer event, State of the City 2026, from realignment to renaissance, as we prepare for Super Bowl 61 and ESPN Beach coming to Santa Monica. Once again, back to Santa Monica and back to the DeMarco and Travis Afternoon Show on ESPN LA.
All right, great day out here in Santa Monica, celebrating the state of the city. Rams revealed coming up in about 10 minutes from right now. Can't wait to see what the reveal is. The big surprise. Hopefully with Cappy and Geeter.
Hopefully it's AD. Possibly going to be the jerseys, uniforms.
Look, AD would be better, but you know me, I'd be fired up for the jerseys.
How about Aaron in a jersey?
Perfect.
How about that?
Little 2 for 1.
Awesome.
Speaking of decisions, we didn't spend a ton of time on it before we get to our shop talk. Trudell, with LeBron. Any idea on not where, but like when? Is it going to happen by the end of the weekend, or could we be talking about this next week too?
Zero idea. But I have no reason to think that it's imminent.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it.
Yeah, I mean,
is it just going to drop?
I mean,
yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Whenever my guess is that he has an idea of when he's going to say it, but he's not sharing that with anybody else.
Will it become obvious why he did it, when he does it, when he does it?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Not necessarily, no. I still just feel like Golden State is the best scenario for the NBA, but I have no insider information. That's just the one that I think fits the best from a this will be the most interesting for the rest of the league.
Before kickoff.
You guys, Harry Potter guys?
A little bit. Read the books.
I got into it when my kids got to a certain age. We read the first several books and watched the movies. Yeah.
Daniel Radcliffe is 37 years old today. How's that make you feel?
Incredible. Old, yes.
Yeah, I mean, that's, yeah.
What was he in those movies? 14, probably?
Yeah. He had to be younger than that.
Like younger than that?
Had to be younger than that. Had to be like 9 or 10 or something.
Oh, my gosh.
Who's Frodo?
Elijah Wood?
Yeah, that's who it is.
Yeah.
He had a great soccer movie. Did you know that? Mean Street Bullies?
Oh, yeah.
Green Street.
Yeah. So, I know the one you're talking about.
Great.
Yeah, very good.
Great
very
soccer
good.
movie, yeah.
DeMarco, you'll like this one. Slash turned 61
My
years
man,
old today.
Saul, yes, sir. Still rocking the top hat. Still one of the best solos of all
By
time.
the way, I saw The Odyssey last night.
Oh,
have you guys seen it yet?
Go on.
How was it?
It was great.
Great. Perfect.
It's
Okay.
great. Yeah.
Lots of blood?
Sure. Plenty
Good.
of blood.
There we go. Okay.
But I mean, it's
Matt Damon's good?
Matt Damon's amazing.
Yeah.
Oscar to me.
Really?
He should be the leading contender. I think the movie will win the Oscar. It was great. Just take 3 hours of your life when you can.
So
Check it out.
excited.
Oh,
So you took my next question, which is I don't love long movies. Will I not care that this is 3 hours?
No, you will feel like I totally get it. You're not there's not a single part of the movie where you're bored and you're checking your phone.
Okay.
That's
it's
awesome.
great. The only thing I thought was funny as a quick aside from this, like I heard there was some backlash about like, oh, in this time this person wouldn't have had skin that dark and stuff like that. And it's like, guys, there's a Cyclops in the freaking movie.
Thank you.
It's mythology, and also like it doesn't need to be white people because it was in a certain part of Greece. Also, do you know where that's located? South of the Mediterranean, just north of Africa. Like you're going to get different skin tone. Yeah, I'm like, come on. There's sirens and there are like flying beasts with 17 heads. But we're kind of checking. Like I don't know if the skin color is accurate on Athena.
Oh my
like, all right,
Hold on.
she's a goddess, bro. You don't know what her skin color is.
Are you suggesting that people get mad for no good reason?
Yeah.
I saw that part of the. That's the only backlash that I've seen from it. But the backlash to that seems to be louder. It's like, shut up, everybody. It's fine. Just
like
enjoy
people
it.
get mad for stupid things.
For nothing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But really, I think worth
I
all the
can't
buzz
wait.
that it's gotten.
I cannot wait. I can't take a kid to that, right?
I think my 11-year-olds could have hung for sure.
Really?
But my wife and I got I think the first time we've gotten out for a date night in like 2 months probably, which was nice. But yeah, you could bring the kids to it. It's not like sure there are some violent parts like the Cyclops might be. Well, we all know the story. I can't spoil Homer
What
at
color
this
was
point.
the Cyclops?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Because there's a right way to do it, Trudell.
He was a little pasty.
Trudell's not the right color.
He's a little pasty.
The Cyclops isn't the right color. You know, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
We all know what color Cyclopses are, don't we?
Right.
I mean,
My goodness.
Yeah.
National Peanut Butter and Chocolate Day. Trudell, I'm always fascinated by your food takes. Are you on peanut butter and chocolate?
Of course. In fact, I had some peanut butter M&Ms I went to get while you were interviewing the mayor. I popped down to the Surf's Wine and Spirits.
I did see you come back with a Mountain Dew.
Well, I did, but but one of our very generous listeners, knowing my habits, brought me 2 Mountain Dews. Out of the goodness of his heart.
Oh, there you
and
go.
I had just gone to buy myself
What's
one.
the lighter of the two? That
It's called Dirty Mountain Dew, which is basically like their take on cream soda.
Oh,
pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Cream soda.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Are you in a Dirty
I
Dew?
didn't know 7-Eleven had bags.
Yeah, they do have bags, buddy.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Punchy knew. I know.
And I don't think they charge for them.
Dirty Dew?
Nice.
Dirty Dew.
You in?
I might try that.
It's pretty
At
good.
least once.
Yeah.
Pop up sushi.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's pretty
No.
good.
Yeah.
I know you're aversion to all things creamy and white. What about National Vanilla Ice Cream Day?
Oh, come on. Of course.
I have to ask.
No,
How am I supposed to know?
anything that's like a dessert in white and creamy, I like.
Of course.
Yeah,
So
frosting,
it's savory
ice cream.
white things.
Yeah, I just don't like blue cheese or ranch
Yeah.
or anything like that tastes
Okay.
disgusting.
Okay. DeMarco, you're going to celebrate, you're going to observe National Vanilla Ice Cream Day?
Every day.
Yeah?
Yeah,
You
it's
have ice
not-
cream every day?
Well, no, I would.
Oh.
I'm saying, if vanilla ice cream, right? It's not your first choice at the Baskin Robbins.
No.
But if it's the only choice, you're going to eat it.
It's the base of a thing. If I'm making an ice cream-based thing, I'm going to start with vanilla ice cream. But if I'm getting a scoop of ice cream, I'm very rarely going to choose vanilla.
Is it bad when I go buy ice cream that I buy like all the different flavors and then always a vanilla?
No.
It's always great to have vanilla.
A vanilla. You must, right?
Because if you're going to put a little chocolate syrup on it or whatever, you want vanilla.
But even if not, like, you're still going to be very happy.
There you go.
After you have just a bite of vanilla ice cream.
There you go.
Or you throw a little root beer in there.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Vanilla's too white, though.
Well, back in the day, vanilla's actually black.
Right,
the vanilla bean is.
There you go.
Well,
my goodness.
Well,
actually. Well, actually. Today in 1982, a whole bunch of movies come out. I want to bring this one up. Not a particularly good movie. In fact, actually quite a bad movie. But the movie Zapped, you will probably Scott Baio, Willie Ames, Heather Thomas.
Oh my God, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Zapped, I think, was the first movie I ever watched when I wasn't supposed to watch it on cable at my grandmother's house.
Really?
Yes, I think that was because I think there was a couple of topless scenes or whatever
That's what he was doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you remember what that equivalent was for you? Like you're watching a movie with your eye on the door to make sure nobody comes in?
Hands down, Porky's.
Porky's.
Yeah. Yeah. Had to hide it. Yeah.
Porky's is hard to find. It's not like out there.
You can't put that movie out now.
No. Well, there's not much of a movie there. It's just a bunch of scenes that are jammed together that don't make a ton of sense.
Have you seen Porky's?
No.
Do you have like a Fast Times at Ridgemont High and Animal House?
I have seen Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Yeah.
What is your Animal House? Dazed and Confused?
Oh, that's not bad.
No, I definitely watched Animal House. Like, so I'm not that. I would say like the first movie like that, like Slapshot.
You weren't supposed to be watching.
Yeah,
great one.
Yeah, when I was a kid. Now the one that I like may have gotten in trouble for. Do you guys ever remember Kids?
Yes.
Because it was NC-17.
Yes, I do.
I don't. My dad rented Slapshot for me and my brother when we were 12.
Trying to listen to the song.
And I'm like, I don't think I'm supposed to be watching this. My dad's like, you're fine. It's funny. It's Paul Newman. It's all good.
I like your dad.
Rams revealed coming up next. We'll see you tomorrow. Good job, Drew.
See ya.
Coming up tonight at 6 p.m.